Whitaker. Parents, Ian and Michelle Whitaker. Cutler is the charismatic motor killer from day one. He was always a kid you enjoyed having around. He works hard but has fun doing it. Definitely one of the toughest to play the game, as well as fighting through a lot of physical adversity. A true defensive asset. This young man loves to compete. He's fierce on the field, steady in every moment. He leads quietly, not with words, but with effort, grit, and example. The kind of player every team needs. Number 2, Braylon Washington. With his parents, Josh Washington and Brittany Washington. Braylon has been a great example of responding to adversity. We put him in early in the season in a situation to accept a challenge and prove to us who he was. And since then, he has been getting better week by week. The passion for football lives in him and has been contagious to his position group and defense. Number 3, Caden Runyon. Parents, Allison Wright and Pete Placey. Caden, all season Caden has displayed toughness, resilience, and passion for the game that's allowed him to be a strong teammate and asset to the defense. Runyon is a player who is truly having fun when he is out on the field and enjoys his teammates' successes just as much as his own. Number 4, Cohen Cunningham. Parents, Nikki and Travis Cunningham. Young, quiet man. I remember when Nick told me this number 4 kid is the perfect fit for what we're trying to do. And boy, was he right, even if you don't know how to celebrate. You're a real deal baller, and I'm proud to be a part of your journey. We're not done yet. I'll always be a call away. Number 5, Trey Briggs. Parents, Matt and Jennifer Briggs. I've had the chance to coach Trey in Little League, as well as a QB and now as a linebacker in high school. Some things have changed quite a bit, but a lot has remained the same. He continues to be reliable, smart, hardworking, and willing to do whatever he can to help the team. We love our Trey dog and proud of his work this season. Number 7, Zach Ofisa, with parents Nellie and Ina Ofisa. I've had the pleasure of coaching Zach in Little League and now his senior year of high school. He's a little bigger now, but he's still the same smashing machine he was in Little League. Whether it's running through people at the goal line or running through the O-line to sack the quarterback, he attacks it with the same will and determination. I love watching him play when he engages that beast mode. Grateful to have coached such a fine young man. I look forward to watching him continue to chase his football dreams. Number 8, Graydon Dumas. Parents, Lindsay Cousins and Cole Dumas. The G-Steer. I don't know, you could have been a good XZ. Nah, for real. The impact you're making doesn't go unnoticed. In all the phases, to be honest, it's really 3rd and G, and everyone knows who's getting the ball, and they can't stop it. The confidence you play with is contagious, and the reason our offense has been thriving. I'll always be a call away. Number 9, Mason Gomez. Parents, Kelly and Mike Gomez. That boy, Mace. I know it's been tough, but remember, the good things in life always come through the tough times. You're the burner we still need. I'm excited to see you get your chance and kill it. I appreciate you sticking to the script and not giving up. I'll always be a call away. Number 10, Cohen Van Cott. Walked out by his mom, Holly Van Cott. Cohen, he is an exceptional teammate who consistently demonstrates enthusiasm and readiness, always willing to step up and support the team whenever needed. His positive attitude and reliability make him a valuable asset in any situation. Number 17, Lincoln Twilley. Parents, Michelle and Jared Twilley. Mr. Wannabe OC. Oh boy, the smart guy. Nah, for real, Link. You're the smartest wideout I've ever been around. Don't take that for granted. I still remember your rocky off-season and even our car ride back from Mountain View. You keep at it and never quit on us. Your brother and especially yourself. Keep it going. The breakout will happen. I'll always be a call away. Number 19, Aiden Robeson. Parents, Lynn and Corey Robeson. The best punter in the state of Utah. Aiden is the most coachable and hardworking kid who tries every day to get better. You know you can rely on him through the confidence he shows and how he consistently comes through for the team. Great kid and a true weapon for the team. Number 25, Brock West. Parents, Ben and Liesel West. Brock is one of the hardest workers on the team and pushes his teammates to be better with his effort and dedication. In our conditioning, he turns into a different beast and leads the skills pack by 10+ yards. He holds himself to a high standard on and off the field that lifts the team up in many ways that isn't often seen. Number 27, Sunshine Freeman. Sunshine has been dedicated and willing to give the team his maximum effort since day one of spring camp. He's remained a true example of a high-level work ethic and how to go about the process and preparation the right way. Austin is walked out by his parents, Matt and Shanae Freeman. Number 30, Ashton Gates, escorted by his parents, Corey and Holly Gates. It has been an absolute pleasure coaching you this year. You have been 100% committed and a leader on this team since day one. I couldn't appreciate you more for the work you put in and day out. You are excellent running after contact, and you know these other teams cannot keep up with you in space. You have improved so much since summer camp, and I cannot wait to see where you end up as a player and as a man. Keep up the hard work, and I know you will achieve great things. Go break another 70-yard TD. I love you, my friend. Mafia! Number 34, Bridger Butterfield, escorted by his parents, Ashley and Kyle Butterfield. A tenacious young man who thrives on physical play, showing relentless energy and determination on the field. He's eager for action and seeks contact on the field. He plays football the way it was intended to be played. Number 36, Alex Stewart, walked out by his parents, Kirk and Jessica Stewart. Yo, Brickyard! From vlogs to writing plays, you got it all. I'm excited to see your journey and how you take over the YouTube game. Be strapped up and ready to go on Friday. I'll always be a call away. Number 44, Marshall Peck, escorted by his parents, Mindy and Jackson Peck. This young man has perseverance. No matter how many obstacles come his way, he faces them with determination, learns from every setback, and keeps moving forward with unwavering resolve. Number 52, Sepho Takiaho, escorted by his parents, Mel and Sione Takiaho. Sepho, I hope you understand how much the team appreciates your ability and willingness to be flexible in order to help the team. You've been such an important piece of our unit this season, and the outcome would have been so much different without having you as the final piece. Your positive energy and calm demeanor help ground the group and keep them focused on the mission. I hope you felt valued this season. I can't thank you enough for allowing me to coach you this season. You're going to do so much good for those around you in life. Never stop being supportive to your team. Be the reason they find a way. Number 57, Isaiah Ortiz, escorted by his parents, Ricky and Ada Ortiz. Isaiah stepped into a big role this season and made it his own way through hard work and consistency. He's always positive, always grinding, and never shies away from the moment. His attitude and effort have set the standard for what it means to be ready when your number's called. Number 60, Big Desmond Graham, walked out by his grandparents, Michael and Nancy Graham. Des is one of the hardest workers in our program, showing up every day with passion and purpose. He plays the game with energy and effort that never wavers, no matter the situation. No matter what, he's always got a smile that lifts up the people around him. Number 62, Herbie Palama, escorted by his mom, Charmaine Palama. Herbie, thank you for joining our team and coming on this wild ride. You experienced everything there was to experience in a football season, and then some. I wish we could have had you for more than one season, but I hope you got everything out of this year that you hoped for. I appreciate that you allowed me to be a part of this journey. Thank you for bringing such a positive mentality and energy to not only the sideline, but to practice every day. I'm going to miss having such a supportive member of the room. I can only hope you inspire these young guys with how you conduct yourself. I can't wait to watch you grow into your success. You have a lot ahead of you, and I know you will always find a way. Number 66, Jaden Stockbrand, being escorted by his mother, Samantha Matthew. Jaden, thank you for trusting me with your senior season. I know every minute of this year, starting in January, has meant so much to you, and it's been inspiring to see your passion in the work you put in. Don't allow any person or internal thought knock you off the path that feels right. Know your purpose and commit yourself to it. I am excited to see how you're able to share that light with those around you for years to come. You care about your people and they know it. Because of this, you've built an incredibly strong support system around yourself. Don't forget what you're chasing and find a way. Number 69, Felicione, escorted by his parents, Tuitapu and Sapauvau Sione. Feli's energy is contagious, and his smile can light up the whole locker room. He pushes his teammates in the weight room and shows what real commitment looks like every single day. He embodies what it means to be a great teammate, always uplifting, always working. Number 71, Hunter Jacobson, escorted by his parents, Travis and Brandy Jacobson. Hunter, it has been a privilege to coach you. I couldn't believe how far you'd come from when I first met you as a scout. Your leadership has stretched further than the field with your dedication to handling business in the classroom as well as in the community. Your willingness to learn has allowed you to not only know your role, but the roles of your teammates on any given play. You have been a great resource to your teammates and an impressive leader on the field. I'm excited to see what other opportunities you are given and who you become after high school. Keep leading and helping others find a way. Number 77, Luke Jessup, escorted by his parents, Andrea and Sterling Jessup. Luke, you have taught me so much as a coach this year. I can only hope I've given you a couple of pointers along the way. Your desire to solve every potential problem in order to achieve the best result in every given situation is one of your best traits. You have never been afraid to step up to any task. With 100% confidence, you can be the best solution. Don't stop asking questions. Don't stop pushing your teammates to be their best. Most importantly, don't let your fire for knowledge die. Keep asking questions and keep solving problems. Number 95, Sawyer Carlson, escorted by his parents, Brody and Jamie Carlson. Sawyer is one of the smartest kids on and off the field. He brings effort, focus, and pride to everything he does. Whether it's on the field or singing the national anthem before the game, he's a great teammate, a steady presence, and a kind of guy every team needs. Number 97, Sefa Toki, escorted by his parents, Aika and Wayman Toki. Sefa has grown into a true leader for this defensive line. He's one of the hardest workers on the team, and his passion for the game shows every time he steps on the field. He brings energy, intensity, and love for his brothers that can't be matched. Number 99, Jackson Brown, escorted by parents Tyson and Marky Brown. JB is the life of the group, a quiet leader whose actions speak louder than words. He works hard, plays with his heart, and brings passion to everything he does. His energy and presence make everyone around him better. Manager Sadie Bartlett, parents Sydney and Brad Bartlett. Sadie is as solid and dependable as they come. The head coach and OG for our managers. She has put so much time and effort into helping our boys. She even helps us keep the boys behind the line of the sidelines. We are so blessed and have loved having her be a part of this football family. Thank you for your hard work. Manager Darren Carrillo, escorted by parents Beatrice and Juan Antonio Carrillo. Darren has such a big heart and is always serving the boys with kindness. She has been a great addition to our managers, and we are so happy she decided to help out. Thank you, Darren. Manager Hallie Probst, escorted by her parents Dan and Kimber Probst. We are lucky to have Haley be part of our managers. Always there with a smile and a no-nonsense attitude, she gets stuff done, and it is always done first class. Thank you, Haley. And manager Brinley Wright, escorted by her parents Janessa and AJ Wright. Brinley is such a joy to have around. Her infectious smile and attitude always make us, the coaches and players, day just a bit brighter. She has put so much into helping these boys. We are forever grateful she decided to spend her time with us. Thank you, Brinley. Let's get a big round of applause for these Sentinel seniors and their parents who have done so much to support them and our Sentinel family. Jay Waite, Craig Mitchell, Scott Maxwell, Mike Furman, and Cameron Hartman. Senior drill team, Allie Collins, Ellie Racker, Elsie Woodward, Jordan Eisenman, Kenzie Fish, Kinley Molstein, Paisley Christopherson, Peyton Kwang, Sydney Racker. Cheer team seniors, Savannah Taylor, Madison Fisher, Alexis Luke, Kelsey Stark, Lily Williams, Brinley Jolly, Dance Company seniors, Aubrey Ferdner, Avery Evans, Brinley Rindlisbacher, Brinley Schultz, Cadence Brown, Chelsea Twitchell, Elle Avery, Emma Edgell, Faith Hyatt, Kaylee Welsh, McKaylee Robles, Vienna Jepson, Ren Fawcett, and our marching Sentinel seniors, Henry Anderson, Jonathan Belcher, Madeline Condi, Peter DeCampos, Spencer Endison, Connie Farrington, Easton Ferguson, Alex Fowler, Carter Jensen, Jason Krautner, Siaki Langi, Carson Moon, Sadie Nielsen, Lene Schaefer, Paige Sheets, Brooklyn Spotton, Carter St. Louis, Katie Varga, and Marin Williams. Our national anthem will be sung tonight by Kai Flores, Sawyer Carlson, Jonathan Lewis, Elijah Brandt, and Jared Gale. Please stand and turn your attention to the flag at the north end of the field and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem.
Chuck, what is the number on your
460585?
Hello? Okay.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, see, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome into KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week as we have come out to Mountain Ridge High School for this game between the already Region 2 champs and the hopeful co-Region 2 champs, the Mountain Ridge Sentinels, preparing to host the Westlake Thunder. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Pleased to be joined by Jeff Hansen. Jeff, it's senior night for Mountain Ridge. They've already clinched a region title. What a year for Coach Robbins in his first year, and this is a group that's really led, well, their offense. I mean, they've got so much dynamic playmakers on offense between the quarterback Hunt, look at Cohen Cunningham, as well as Titan DeJong, a plethora of others. This is a very balanced, difficult Mountain Ridge offense to face.
Yeah, the passing attack from the Sentinels is going to be on full display tonight. Jackson Hunt quietly having one of the best quarterback seasons in the state of Utah this year. He's got some dogs on the outside to throw to with Titan DeJong and Cohen Cunningham. I think sometime in this first quarter, Dan, Cohen Cunningham probably passes the 1,000-yard receiving mark for the season. An absolutely fun offense. The defense is pretty darn good, too. Jackson Brown, senior nose guard. Before we get into those players, though, Sawyer Carlson singing the national anthem before the game.
How about that?
Now
huh?
he's going to go play defensive tackle, big number 95.
We had a nice, quintet? I don't know what you call a group
I
of
don't
five
know.
singers.
A bunch
but
of 5 singers.
did a great job, and a football player in Sawyer Carlson out there.
While wearing a Sentinel helmet, one of those 5. It was a fantastic display.
Pretty
Great
awesome.
job.
Pretty awesome. And you want to talk about awesome. How about the year for Westlake? They're 7-2 overall, 4-1 in region. A win tonight clinches a co-region championship, actually a 3-way tie with they and Harriman. But look, Coach Arnold Ale, he took this job a couple years ago. He's been building it. And this is the year when you look at, Boston Fontaine, he's a senior. You look at some of the receiving options like Sloan Sua and Malik Sika, they're both juniors. This Westlake team's, they're not your prototypical Westlake team, Jeff. This is a really good Thunder group.
Yeah, this is a very good group, a very fun, another passing offense that we're going to talk about a lot. Malik Sika, he's another guy who's probably going to cross the 1,000-yard mark sometime here in this first half. Fantastic receiver. Boston Fontaine has been phenomenal, thrown for more than 2,300 yards coming into this game. These are 2 fun offenses. This is going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Had the potential for points and maybe a late night as the Thunder in the road whites, Mountain Ridge in the home blacks. We are ready. Who would have thought Region 2 would come down to Mountain Ridge and Westlake in Week 10, but here we are, and we cannot wait as the Thunder will kick off to the Sentinels. And we'll have a chance to see that Mountain Ridge offense up first. A couple players that we did not talk about. Obviously, the Westlake offense has been fantastic, but how about the senior linebacker for Westlake, Drayson Afuvai? 129 tackles on the year for him, 3 sacks. And then you've got a youngster in Fale Papalongi, just the freshman. But Samasoni Fale Papalongi, he's had some big games, and he's got an opportunity to make some impact tonight. You mentioned these 2 teams like to throw it. That defensive front for both sides is going to be very critical in tonight's contest. Yeah,
there's going to be a lot of those 2 names. And Afuvai comes into this game with 129 tackles. That's 16 per game. He's everywhere for Westlake. Woo.
I warned you before the game we had a cannon.
You told me, still got me.
Usually they wait for touchdowns, but hey, we're ready to kick it off. We get the opening cannon, and we are underway here from Mountain Ridge High School as the Sentinels will take this at their own goal line. And looking for a return up that right side. Nice return up near the 30-yard line. That'll do, and now we will see Jackson Hunt. And, man, we talked about, first year for Coach Robbins. Jackson Hunt, 6'3", 190. He's a junior, but he's completing 65% of his passes. Almost 3,000 yards. He could surpass that on this drive. 26 touchdowns, and by the way, he can run the ball pretty good as well.
Yeah, Jackson Hunt, he's the heart and soul of this Mountain Ridge offense that is really, really good. You look at the playmakers on the outside. If they can't have somebody get them the ball, then it's not a lot of good to have those dynamic playmakers. Jackson Hunt makes everything go. Excited to see him up close and personal.
They'll start at their 27, Hunt in the gun, and he will roll to his left, going to look near side. That pass caught, making a man miss. Lincoln Twilley taking this up. He's got a first down and more. That's a great way to start it for the Sentinels.
And that's a lot of what we're going to see from Jackson Hunt. They like to move him around. They like to keep him in the pocket, but it's a lot of timing-based routes. And when he's on time, he's proven that he can be really, really accurate with the football. And then his receivers do the rest. A great job by Twilley after the catch there to pick up an extra 10 yards.
And we talk about some of these receivers. We've seen top 5 plays from them all year long where they're good at making the catch. They're also good at making you miss after the catch. They get a lot of yards after contact as they'll swing out to Twilley here again on the screen. He'll pick up about 6, maybe 7.
We have seen some absolute highlight plays. Graydon Dumas had maybe the catch of the year across the state of Utah a few weeks ago. This offense, these weapons on the outside, they are fantastic. There's a lot of college talent. This is a really fun offense to watch.
And of course, that always opens it up for a guy like Ashton Gates. The starting tailback is this time Hunt rolling to his right, going to look up the sideline, throws that away. Nowhere to go. Good coverage there for Westlake.
Yeah, and Hunt wisely just throws that away. And it's your guy right there, Sammy Shoni Falepepalangi with the pressure. He is just a fresh. He doesn't look like a freshman out there.
That's 99 right there, middle of your screen. That kid's a freshman.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that he was at junior high this week, and now he's here doing this stuff at the varsity level of high school football. He's huge.
I don't look like that as a 40-year-old, Jeff.
I do, but it's different.
Third down here for the Sentinels. As they're approaching midfield, they'll look over to the sideline here. Bunch formation to the top of the screen. Hunt has a man. That's caught. Looking for DeJong. We mentioned him in the open. Just a junior, but the 6'3", 215 tight end able to move the chains for Mountain Ridge.
One of the top-rated college prospects in his class to come out of the state of Utah's Titan DeJong. You see why right there. He goes up. Every catch he makes looks like the most athletic catch. I mean, he can be a big tight end, do some of that big X wide receiver stuff. He's also fast enough to get out on the outside and beat teams over the top. Titan DeJong does a little bit of everything, and he does it all right for Mountain Ridge.
I was going to say they list him at 6'3", 215, and thus he's listed as a tight end. He's much more athletic than your typical tight end. As Hunt out of the backfield looking for Gates, and that one incomplete. Boy, he had him.
Yeah, just that's one that Gates is going to want back. I mean, that wasn't a bad ball from Hunt. But just to put a period on the end of the Titan DeJong sentence, he reminds me a lot of BYU's Chase Roberts. What you saw from Chase Roberts when he was at AF, he was that big wide receiver. He's used a little bit differently in this Mountain Ridge offense than AF used Chase Roberts back in the day. But the way that they play, the athleticism that they bring, I think there's a lot of similarities between the two.
Do want to remind you the clock you see on your screen is unofficial. At times we'll start it early, stop it late, as we do our best to keep it synced with the official clock here in the stadium. As there's the first carry of the game for Gates. This young man who doesn't get talked about a lot, Jeff, but has had a nice year, 3 rushing touchdowns, and very healthy yards per carry as well for this Mountain Ridge offense.
Yeah, and a lot of his success on the ground comes with play designs like that. Really nifty play design by Coach Robbins to fake one way and then have the delayed pitch going the other way. He had a wall of blockers to run behind.
And that's kind of a new style delay kind of play there, right? I liked it. It's thrown out. This one caught. This is Titan again. He's got the first down. We'll move the sticks. How about 2 third downs? And they both go to DeYoung, and he's able to convert them on both.
Yeah, if you were going to have a first name like Titan, then you've got to be able to deliver in those kinds of moments. And Titan DeYoung right there, man. Big catch. His route running is what makes him so special. He's open. I mean, he's open all the time. It's you don't expect it because he's so big, but, man, he's open every time.
We have a Westlake player who's down after the play. We'll take a quick break, step aside. We'll be right back. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of Mountain Ridge football on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. Want to thank our sponsors who make this possible, including TJ Olson Insurance, sponsoring our first downs tonight. We got one right now. We'll remind you, TJ Olson Insurance is a proud supporter of Mountain Ridge football for coverage you can trust and a team that cares about the community called TJ Olson Insurance. As on this TJ Olson first down, they'll give it to Gates. He'll gain maybe a yard. Not much there against this Westlake front.
Yeah, just a bunch of Westlake Thunder. Really, the entire defensive line was able to collapse in and make that tackle. I think there were 3 different defensive linemen in on that play.
It is a front for Westlake that is big. We talked about Fale Papalongi. There's a couple other big men up front. This is a different-looking Westlake team than we've been accustomed to. We'll get into that over the course of the game as Hunt looking over the middle, has a man, that is caught, bounces off of a tackler, and it's Grayson Dumas into the end zone. Touchdown, Graydon Dumas, a 31-yard touchdown reception.
We talked about him potentially having the catch of the year, but, man, Graydon Dumas right there, he shows off the run after the catch abilities. That cannon's going to get me every time, Dane. He bounces off tacklers. Number 8 barrels his way into the end zone. And there it was, folks, that Mountain Ridge passing attack You saw a little bit of everybody. Jackson Hunt could go to different receivers. There's lots of guys ready to make a play, and this is a home run waiting to happen.
Point after's up and good. 7-0. Mountain Ridge taking the lead on this opening drive. The 31-yard touchdown pass from Jackson Hunt to Graydon Dumas, senior, strolling in for the first one of the night. And want to give a big shout out to TJ Olson Insurance, an incredible supporter of Mountain Ridge football. TJ Olson and his team aren't just about protecting what matters most. They're about investing in our community and backing the players who give it their all every Friday night. Thank you, TJ Olson Insurance, for standing with Mountain Ridge football and helping make this season unforgettable. Well, good looking opening drive.
That was a solid opening drive. That was fast-paced. Jackson Hunt, I mean, I'm impressed. Looking at his stats, and we've seen enough of Jackson Hunt throughout the season, I knew what to expect, but this is the first time, Dan, that we've been able to get out to Mountain Ridge live. Seeing him in person, his control of this offense, the way that he directs things pre-snap, he is comfortable in this scheme. It's hard to believe that he's just a junior.
Well, I was going to say, he's got another year. There's a lot of great quarterbacks in the state. A lot of them are seniors, Jeff.
Yeah.
I mean, he could very well be a top quarterback in the state coming into next year, no?
Yeah, I think that he will be, certainly on the short list. There's some guys that are going to be really good, but I don't know that you can talk about any of them and not include Jackson Hunt. He's absolutely played his way onto that upper echelon of junior quarterbacks in the state this year.
So first chance to look at this Westlake offense, and we talked about Boston Fountain at the start. 55% completion percentage, 2,300 yards passing, 23 touchdowns. You got to love this, just 2 interceptions. Yeah. He takes care of the football. That's going to be a big key if Westlake wants to try to pull the upset here tonight.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And Boston Fountain has delivered in big moments throughout the season. It starts with Malik Sika, receiver.
Little toss here on first down, and nice run there to get things started for the Thunder. Able to pick up about 8 yards on the little tosses. I believe that was Dylan Blakely, the junior.
Number 0, Dylan Blakey.
And to your point, Dane, this does not look like the Westlake team of old. I mean, this is a big, strong offensive line. They sure look the part as they trot onto the field for their opening drive.
It was a couple of years ago when Westlake was able to pull Coach Ale from Payson, and it felt like it would be a matter of time. There's a lot of kids down there, had to keep kids home, but if you could figure out how to do that, this is a program that certainly has a ton of upward potential, and it's good to see him get some traction here. Is about a gain of 1. They're also up a 3rd and short here.
Yeah. It's been interesting. We talk so much about Malik Sika, the passing attack, Boston Fountain, and it's been Dylan Blakely for 2 straight plays here. Now it's a 3rd and 1. Feels like an obvious running situation again. It seems as if Westlake is going to say, hey, we've got this big offensive line. We want to make an early statement in this game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to run. I don't think they got it. Oh, yes, they did. My bad. My eyes. I saw everyone kind of go behind the line and thought they stacked them up, but they did not. First down, Westlake on the run.
And that's going to be a Westlake first down.
Really well blocked. Kind of a slow developing little fullback dive in there. And it looked as if the Mountain Ridge defensive line, I mean, they were quick off the ball, and it allowed that fullback that extra delay to see where that seam was. He picks up just enough.
So first down here for the Thunder. Pressure off the edge. Fountain looking, had a man. Just a touch behind Sloan Sua. Maybe fortunate because there's a Mountain Ridge defender right there, but incomplete.
Yeah, if that ball isn't a touch behind Sloan Sua, it might have been picked off. So fortunate for Westlake. Now it's 2nd and 10. This is where you expect to see that Westlake passing attack. It's been so dynamic all season long.
As they'll go back to the ground, nowhere to go. How about the front of Mountain Ridge as it was Siasose Mamao, the freshman, coming through with the TFL.
This Mountain Ridge defensive line, they are really good. I mean, they don't get talked about a ton, but Jackson Brown and Mamao up front, number 99 and number 90, that's as good of a duo on the inside of a defensive line as there is. Against the Lehigh earlier in the year, those two really controlled the entire line of scrimmage.
And Mamou, again, just a freshman, so each of these two teams with a freshman big man up front. As empty backfield here on 3rd and 14. Mountain Ridge brings just 3. Fontaine will step up. Looking across the middle, had his man. That's a caught and a first down as there is Sloan Sua able to haul it in and take the hit.
Out to number 10, Sloan Sua.
Great awareness by Boston Fontaine. He senses the pressure. Zach Ofisa was coming off the edge. Boston Fontaine does a great job of stepping up into the pocket, avoiding the rush, keeping his eyes downfield, and delivers a ball that had to be perfectly on target.
Yeah.
There was a gang of Mountain Ridge defenders in there. He's able to sneak that ball into Sua.
First down, Fontaine calling out to his receivers. They'll stay on the ground, pulling linemen. And boy, good read there by Blakely, able to get inside of pulling guard and tackle. We'll take it up for a gain of 8.
Yeah, number 72, and it looks like Westlake wants to go quick. Malachi Leilua made that big run possible.
How about this? Going right back to it. Fontaine, not a lot of room. He'll just get this one away. Good pressure there by Mountain Ridge.
Yeah, great pressure by Mountain Ridge. Great awareness again by Fontaine. He knew where his receivers were. There was a guy in the area. Certainly no grounding there. So great job by number 3 to get rid of that ball quickly while avoiding the flag.
Yeah. I like that they were trying to kind of go off of that previous run. Very similar looking play. They were trying to get that, quick in on the outside, but it was covered well. And now you got another 3rd and 2 here for the Thunder. Two in the backfield here. They'll motion Blakely out. Pump fake, Fontaine. Still eyes looking ahead. That incomplete. Boy, had Blakely as well as Sua both in kind of that same spot, but couldn't connect. 4th down. What do you do here, Jeff?
Well, I think you look at the way that Mountain Ridge, that offense, looked in their opening drive. They're going to be tough to stop tonight. I think when you're here, you're on the Mountain Ridge side of the field, and it's a 4th and short. You've got to go for it here.
Talk about this Westlake team. They're 7-2. It's the most wins they've had since 2010.
Man.
It was just their 2nd year as a program that went 8-2 that year. They could tie that with a win here tonight. Look, you got an opportunity to do something your program hasn't done in 15 years. Yeah, I have no problem with this call. They're going to go for it. 4th and 2. Go back to that fullback dive, and it picks up the first. A gain of 4. A couple times that's worked on short yardage.
Yeah, and both times they've run on the back of Donovan Leusa, big number 78 on the inside of that offensive line. He's got a big assignment going up against Jackson Brown and this big Mountain Ridge big Mountain Ridge defensive line. They're big and strong and they're aggressive, but on these short yardage situations, man, he's 2 for 2. Off of the back of Leosa both times.
I was going to say that's where you got to give credit to the big men, right? Because, again, it is a much improved offensive and defensive line for this Thunder group. As on 1st down, they'll stay on the ground. Blakely looking for a lane, not much room, and Sefa Toki able to come up for the stop, no gain.
That's one part of this Mountain Ridge defense that's going to be fun to watch. Their safeties and their linebackers, they fill gaps really, really quickly. They are aggressive, they diagnose plays fast, and they make reads. Cole Uluave, number 6, is a name to watch throughout the night. He'll play a little bit like Falatau Satuala did for Bountiful, where sometimes you'll see him at safety, sometimes you're going to see him up on the line of scrimmage. He does a little bit of everything for Mountain Ridge, just a junior. We're going to hear his name a lot tonight.
Well, they got a lot of guys who contribute. Whitaker, Butterfield, Brown. Those will be constant playmakers on the defensive end as Fontaine looking, buying some time, has a man caught, 1st down and more. That's 18. It's Britton Johnson with the reception. His first of the night, and just like that, Westfield knocking on the doorstep of the red zone.
You have to be impressed with the poise of Fontaine. There's pressure all around him, and he just has a unique ability to step up, sense where it's coming from, find the open gaps behind the line of scrimmage, and then find his receivers downfield.
He really doesn't look to run a ton. He's athletic enough he can, but that's a great example. A lot of quarterbacks are going to take that and run. He keeps the eyes downfield, finds a guy.
Yeah.
Able to get a good gain. Is 1st and 10 here. Again, 5 wide for the Thunder. Fontaine looking, that pass overthrown, incomplete. Was trying to get that right back to Johnson.
A couple of times that we've seen Fountaine maybe a little bit amped up in this last game of the regular season, have a couple of overthrows. His poise, his pocket awareness has been special. I would assume that as this game gets going, he'll calm down a little bit, and some of those throws like that, he'll start connecting on those throws.
It's kind of crazy when you look at the RPI from last week. These are 2 top 10 teams in the RPI after week 9.
Wild.
Which is crazy. Of course, RPIs will be released tomorrow. You can come join us on KSLSports.com for that release. As Fountaine looking, has a man in the flat. That's caught by Pierce. He'll turn upfield. Gain about 6 on that play. Nice quick throw there for Fountaine to get some positive yardage.
Yeah, nice quick decision, and he finds Pierce. Pierce has been a big weapon for Fountaine. 350 receiving yards coming in. He has a couple of those catches each game. Look for him here in the red zone, especially when you have to key in on those big receivers in Sua and Sika.
Another 3rd down here. We've not been afraid to run it. Speaking of Westlake, as Mountain Ridge showing blitz up the middle. Fountaine here going to be patient. Play clock down to 4. Got to hurry. Just gets it off. Fountaine looking to the end zone. Has a man. Incomplete. Not a bad idea there. Had single coverage for Malik Sika, but couldn't dial it up. It was Caden Runyon there in coverage.
Yeah, great coverage by Runyon. He was right in the pocket of Malik Sika. And Sika had a chance to come down with it. It would have been a heck of a catch. And so when that happens and you see that result, you got to tip your cap to that defensive back. He was right there and made that play really difficult.
Another 4th down here. You still going for it?
I might be tempted to take points here. Looks like Westlake is going to go for it.
One thing we do know is they've got some kickers. Moose would be proud. A lot of them weigh over 200 pounds. Big men kicking the football. Fountaine looking, had a man caught. Is he in? Touchdown, Westlake. What a throw by Fountaine, able to find Sloan Sua as both teams now have scored on their opening drives.
What a gutsy throw by Fountaine to throw that into traffic and trust his guy, and Sloan Sua comes up with a huge touchdown catch. His 5th touchdown catch of the year. He went up over 500 yards receiving for the year on this drive. Really impressive response by this Westlake offense. Really impressive drive. Man, we're going to have 2 great quarterbacks playing tonight, Dave.
Including a couple 4th down conversions for Westlake, because the point after is up, and this one is good.
And that kick is
7 apiece. Westlake able to respond on their opening drive.
In the first quarter.
Took up a lot of time on that drive, nearly a 6-minute drive for the Thunder. And you're right, I didn't expect to see the ground game have as much success as it did on that drive. This offensive line, they are in cruise control early on, and that's music to the ears of Dylan Blakely. He had a strong opening drive from that running back spot.
Well, and Mason Tapasoa as well. He had a couple of those dives on the 4th and shorts, and then look, Boston Fountaine, man, he looked confident.
He did. He looked really good. Some of those throws, those are gutsy throws. There's not a lot of quarterbacks that look in and see 4 black shirts and are saying, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, Fountaine, he delivers darts
did a
in
couple
those
times.
Situations.
So Westlake here to kick off. Ready to see that Mountain Ridge offense come back out on the field. Talk about this Mountain Ridge team, the number 1 scoring offense and the number 1 scoring defense in Region 2.
Is that good?
You're going to win a lot of games when that's the case.
That seems good.
As this kick will be returnable from the 5. Looking left here. Able to get around the edge. Now turning back inside. Nice return here for McCray Renteria, the freshman. Able to get this out to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, great return by Renteria. And really great Jackson Child on the kick coverage team. He got beat. And he came back. He didn't give up on that play. He hustled, made the tackle from behind, number 34. So great hustle from Jackson Child for Westlake.
Good field position here for the Sentinels on their 2nd drive tonight. As they'll stay on the ground here. Cunningham Is this the first time Cohen's touched the ball tonight? It is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And, boy, that's a name. I didn't expect to get 9 minutes into this game before we started talking about Cohen Cunningham. He has been special this year. They don't use him in the run game a ton, but, man, 60 catches, 942 receiving yards, and 10 touchdowns coming into this one. Got to find a way to get number 4 involved.
Yeah, I love that play because it does get him the football, gets him, his legs kind of warmed up, gets him going when you've been on the sideline for 6 minutes, right?
Right.
Want to get your offense back comfortable as they picked up 4 on that play. 2nd down. And they're going to take a shot. This is for Cunningham. Overthrew him. Boy, he was behind the defense. Big play opportunity, and Jackson Hunt just overthrew it.
Yeah, and he had to get rid of it quick. Fale Papalangi was in the backfield really quickly. Jackson Hunt gave his guy a shot, just overthrew that ball. But there was Cohen Cunningham. He had a step on the defense.
The other thing that, I don't know, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you have followed Kurt Warner yet, but he talks a lot about some of the early timing of those plays. And when Hunt's making that throw, he's counting on, Cunningham able to get off and not having time to disrupt. I wasn't watching line of scrimmage, but that was one where, boy, just missed it.
Just close.
But that play will be there, as this will be a designed run here. Hunt with room up the middle. He's got the 1st down and more. Jackson Hunt across midfield, still on his feet, down to the 31-yard line. Jackson Hunt, look, you're not going to see it in the stats where you're like, wow, this guy can run, but this guy can run.
Yeah, this guy can run. Jackson Hunt shows it off right there. And he does the thing that I wish we saw more of. Use that official as an extra blocker when you get into that 2nd level. Jackson Hunt takes advantage of the stripes, and he's able to break a big run. And he looked good doing it, man. He's athletic. He's quick with the ball.
And I love the call there because now Westlake's got to worry about that a little bit, right? 1st down. They'll stay on the ground here with Zach Ofisa. He's through the line. Ofisa ahead. He'll pick up about 10. 1st down here for Mountain Ridge.
Ofisa is a load to tackle. I mean, I don't know if you felt it, Dane. It's a little bit colder now. The temperature's starting to drop. It's not fun to tackle guys that are 220 pounds running with a full head of steam when it starts to get cold. Zach Ofisa.
I mean, that's the thing about this Mountain Ridge offense. Ofisa's 220. DeYoung is 215. Graydon Dumas is 220. This is a big offense for Mountain Ridge, and you're right. You get that ball rolling, it is not comfortable when they are rolling down the mountain as we've got a timeout taken here. We'll step aside, take a quick break. You're watching Mountain Ridge football on the Rewind Sports Network, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. At halftime, we'll recognize the great senior football players and team managers for Mountain Ridge. Our senior spotlights are presented by TJ Olson Insurance. Visit them online at tjolson.com. 1:50 to go here, opening quarter. 1st down for the Sentinels.
Be there.
My apologies. We had a 1st down play, a little technical issue here. It was a nice reception by Cohen Cunningham.
It was a nice reception.
Has it 1st and goal here. As little toss and nowhere. Oh, got out of it. Ofisa still on his feet, trying to get back those yardage. Boy, that is a hard run for Zach Ofisa. He'll lose some yardage on the play, but man, A for effort.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the most exciting loss of 5 that I've ever seen. Just great running by Ofisa. But, man, Calvin Gagnon, holy cow, number 9 for Westlake. He got into the backfield in a hurry. And no quitting him on that play as Ofisa was keeping his legs moving and breaking tackles. He allowed the cavalry to come for Westlake and make the play.
Official stoppage here. Going to have a substitution for the Thunder while we have a moment. Want to Just to let you know, at halftime, we'll recognize the great senior football players and team managers for Mountain Ridge. Our senior spotlights are presented by TJ Olson Insurance. Visit them online at tjolson.com. Second and goal, Hunt. Under pressure again. Trying to get rid of it and able to find a little bit of space there to dump it off. We'll stop it with 30 seconds left.
That's some of the poise and some of the control of the offense that you see from Hunt. He had, I think 2 or 3 guys coming after him on the pressure. And he's able to stay controlled and he's able to throw it away. That's a win, right? That's a win for the quarterback to live to see another down.
Officials here still conversing. I think there's a discussion whether this was intentional grounding or not is my guess.
There's no way. That ball was 3 or 4 yards past the line of scrimmage. He was on the far hash.
Yeah, they did wave it off. The flag was on the field. I just didn't see it.
Right.
I do deem that incomplete. I think it was the right call.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's outside of the tackle box and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And they threw the flag, but it's just about getting it right in the end.
Look at you coming around. Westlake showing pressure up the middle. Hunt able to audible here. Hot route. Hot route. Pressure again. Over the middle. Has a man. Touchdown, Mountain Ridge. Graydon Dumas in for the second time tonight.
Dumas again. And you saw Jackson Hunt making the checks and the reads at the line of scrimmage. That's that sign of a really mature quarterback. And he finds Dumas again. Man, this passing attack is fun to watch. And bigger news, it's the first time I didn't jump at the cannon tonight.
You were ready for that one,
I knew.
Jeff.
I looked at it dead in the eyes, and I said, hey, cannon, it's you and me, man.
Not
and
this time.
I'm going to win. And I think I did. I'm 1-2.
Just like Graydon Dumas won on the route.
There we go.
Jeff won on the cannon.
We all have our battles. We've all got to win our stuff.
14-7, Mountain Ridge leading Westlake. And you talked about it, but I love the read there by Hunt. Again, they show pressure up the middle. My guy's going to beat your guy. Westlake's starting to get some pressure in the backfield there, but Hunt's done a nice job diagnosing it, buying time, extending it, and that time able to throw it over the middle, open grass, and take it in.
The control that Jackson Hunt has of Coach Robbins' offense. There's a team up north with Trayden Bessinger with Coach Peary and Davis that they talk. You talk to Coach Peary. He talks about how, hey, my quarterback sees stuff before I do. He talks about how he has complete trust in Trayden Bessinger to make a play. Jackson Hunt's a year behind Bessinger, right? This is his second year in this Coach Robbins offense. But there's a lot of similarities there. First year in this Coach Robbins offense. There's a lot of similarities in the way that his coach is trusting him to make those checks and adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Anxious to see how he continues to progress throughout his career. I think you're right, Dan. Absolutely has a case to make for one of the top guys in the state of Utah next season.
Let's kick off into the end zone for the touchback. Westlake will start at their own 20. 23 seconds left here. First quarter. Anything you look for Mountain Ridge to maybe do differently than we saw on that opening drive defensively?
I think it's early to make too many adjustments, especially when your offense is playing as well as it is.
They had them in 3 4th downs.
They did, right? So I think you trust your game plan and you say, okay, we're going to make those plays that we didn't make. I don't think there's a schematic issue. I don't think that there's some huge flaw in the scheme or the game plan that's being exposed. I think it's a matter of, okay, let's make the plays we didn't make on that first drive.
Starting at their 20. Pressure coming. Has a man open, caught, and contact there by Washington will bring the receiver down, but that was Sika with the reception.
Yeah, first catch for Sika on the night, and we're going to hear more of his name as this game goes along.
First down into the flat. Trying to turn upfield. Blakely able to gain a pair. And that will do it for our opening quarter. 14-7, we got a good one. Offenses trading blows here early. Mountain Ridge leading Westlake after 1. You're watching Mountain Ridge football on the Rewind Sports Network, presented by TJ Olson Insurance.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards, It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back to the UCCU Saving Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
Start of our second quarter. Westlake with the second down. That pass incomplete. Looking for the screen and couldn't haul it in. Now 3rd and long, Jeff.
You know, probably not the worst drop there. I don't think that screen was going anywhere.
No.
Really well defended by Mountain Ridge. They had that diagnosed really quickly. 3rd and long, I tell you what, Dane, I'm looking at number 13. Certainly Sloan Sua, he could be a big factor here as well. There's a couple of guys, but Malik Sika, he's been the go-to guy in this offense, and this is a situation that you want your go-to guy to step up.
Yeah, empty backfield here for the Thunder. No shock there. Shin Fontaine do a nice job of extending plays. Mountain Ridge will bring pressure up the middle. Boston running out of time, trying to buy some time, looking down the field, and it is nearly intercepted. Probably could have been as it falls incomplete. Cole Uluave there with a host of other Sentinels will bring up 4th and 8.
And then Bridger Butterfield came in on the pressure. That's kind of what he does as he speeds up quarterback. He's got 3 or 4 quarterback hurries coming into the season from his linebacker spot and a host of tackles as well. Good job by Fontaine to avoid the pressure, but really great blitz.
We talked about some of the big men for Westlake can kick it. Here we go. Donovan Leausa, the senior lineman, plays O-line, D-line. He threw off the glove so he can kick this one away. And that's a good punt. Directional with distance. Gonna just hold up there, but able to get it down to the 22-yard line. Westlake will take that.
I love it. You want to get me excited about punting? Here we go. Let's let the offensive line punt more often. I don't know why. In all the years I've had to listen to Moose talk about kickers and punters, I don't know why he's never suggested this. I'm all in. I'm all in if we let offensive linemen punt every time, especially if they are as good as Leose is. We saw him in warm-ups.
Yeah,
he pulled out the pitching wedge, man. He was dropping those things at the 1 or 2 yard line. I think I even said to you, like, hey, I don't want the Westlake offense to do poorly, but I do want to see a lot of that punter on the field.
Well, it was a good punt. Mountain Ridge, I think this will be their worst starting field position of the game. Back of their 22 as they will stay on the ground here. Renteria, nice run. A little stiff arm there. Takes it out of bounds, but a first down on the 16-yard carry.
Just a pretty misdirection. The play design to bring in that delayed counter run. He had blockers out in front. Number 74, Tyler McClellan, he came from that opposite tackle side. He was leading the way for Renteria.
Hunt looking over the middle for Cunningham. Just a half step behind him as that one hits the turf.
Yeah, just not quite there on the timing. Those are the kinds of things, especially with those two, Cunningham and Hunt, you don't expect to see that very often. They have been on sync all season long.
So 2nd down. A lot of 5 wide here for Mountain Ridge. Hunt checking with Coach Robbins now. Ready to go here. Designed run again. And Hunt goes down after a gain of about 5. Nice pursuit there by Lopa.
To about the 43-yard line.
For Westlake.
Yes, Cephalopa there. Really good job to keep his feet, keep his composure. Jackson Hunt tried to cut that back, and number 30 is able to just use his strength to throw Jackson Hunt down.
Bring up a 3rd and 5 here for the Sentinels. Westlake students trying to make some noise. Hunt stepping up, has a man. That is caught. First down and more. Gates across midfield, upended at the 42-yard line.
And the dump off, the number 30.
Westlake playing a lot of man coverage here early on, and that's the danger of man coverage is when Mountain Ridge spreads you out with 5 wide receivers, it's really tough. You're going to have a linebacker on that running back, and if he gets delayed and he gets across the field, that's a really tough cover for any linebacker.
First down, a little play action. Thought he was going to try to take a shot instead. This one thrown right near the sticks. Sideline saying it was incomplete. Official saying it was complete. As that was Graydon Dumas again with another reception will move the sticks.
My gosh, how can you not be impressed with what you're seeing from number 8 here so far tonight? He's got a couple of touchdown catches, and right there, he knows he's going to get hit hard, and he's able to hold on to that football, make a physical catch for the first down.
That's why they list him as a tight end, huh? First down. A motion from Cunningham. Gates will take the handoff and surge ahead for a gain of 3, maybe 4.
I love the balance from this Mountain Ridge offense so far. They're mixing in the running game, then they rely on that passing game. If Westlake is going to sit in man coverage and they're able to have this kind of success on the ground, eventually those safeties are going to sneak up and open up the passing game for a big home run play.
Hunt, he's going to take a shot here, looking for DeYoung, and that just incomplete. Got a hand on it. Fairbanks was back in coverage. That'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that's a throw that Hunt's going to want back. DeYoung had a step. Looked like it was just kind of a back shoulder throw that DeYoung had to go up and try to make a play. If he puts a little bit of air under that and lets DeYoung run to a space, I think he may have had his guy beat, and that would have gone for 6.
Yeah, had to just hold up late. It's good coverage by Fairbanks. He's going to see those ones go to battle a lot tonight. There's a 3rd and 6 here for the Sentinels.
And that's the name of the game at cornerback, right? Stay in. Like
Yep.
that, you never know where that ball's going to go. Don't give up, even if you lose a step off the line of scrimmage.
Hunt looking for DeYoung, and that incomplete. Maybe thought he might be just a step or two deeper. Is that one just a little too tall for Titan to climb up and grab?
And it looks like Mountain Ridge is going to settle for the field goal here, which is the right call. You have the lead, and it's a 4th and 6. But this is no gimme of a field goal.
No, looking at a 42-yarder here. But come away with points would be a good thing for the Sentinels.
There's a lot of trust in Aiden Robinson. He's been nails this season, very good as a kicker. Certainly Mountain Ridge feels confident in a 42-yard attempt.
Got to hurry here. They get the snap away. This kick is up, and it is no good. Wide to the left, so the drive for Mountain Ridge. Some of that, I think, was the timing. They were late to get guys out there. You kind of saw by the time Robeson got set up, it was snap the ball and go. And
hey, big win for that Westlake defense. They came up with stops when they need it. They get a little assist in the special teams game. And Westlake, they're certainly not out of this game. The way that passing game can go, I'm anxious to see how they reestablish the line of scrimmage. That was where they won, and their opening drive that resulted in points. Looked like Mountain Ridge responded really well. They kind of won that line of scrimmage on the second drive. That's going to be the battle to watch tonight. This Mountain Ridge defense and this Westlake offense, who wins up front.
And what will be interesting here, remember they had a long drive in that first quarter. They get the ball to start the second quarter. If they can have a drive where they take some time off the clock, that'd be beneficial, but that's not going to help. Ko Uluave able to get a paw up there and knock that incomplete.
The Uluave name is a big name here at Mountain Ridge. Cade Uluave obviously did his thing, now doing his thing for Cal. Cole Uluave, next man up, just a junior. We're going to hear a lot more of his name over the next year.
2nd and 10, Fontaine. Stepping up, he's going to run and slide after picking up about 6 on the run. I like that decisiveness.
He is, man. He's really smart in the pocket. He is quick. Whether it's to tuck and run, whether it's where he's going with the ball, really impressed with the processing speed of Fontaine. He makes quick, good decisions.
Uluwave showing pressure off the edge. He'll come. Fontaine looking right side. Has a man. That is caught. No, incomplete. Boy, had a man. They were trying to get it to Omer Reyes. Hit him in the hands and kind of had to make a second attempt at it. Couldn't haul it in, and now it's a 3-and-out here for the Thunder.
Yeah, tough. I mean, that was a tough catch to make. One that he's going to feel like he should have made. But that was a tough catch. And another quick decision by Fontaine. He had Uluwave coming off the edge. I was surprised, frankly, that there wasn't a flag called for holding because Uluwave, he was quick off the line of scrimmage.
I like the pre-snap here from Leausa as kind of gets out there with the gloves and then just throws them to the side and let's kick it. And this punt, another one with great distance, angled away from Cunningham. And Cohen going to pick that up. Makes one man miss. Look out, Cohen Cunningham up the sideline, able to get a little return on here. That was one where, boy, you better be sure when you pick that up that Cohen is.
You won't get talked about in the film room when you're able to make that play. But believe you me, every coach on this Mountain Ridge sideline, they had a big lump in their throat while they watched Cohen Cunningham go to make that play.
I had no problem with that from Cohen because, look, you're not being caught by it. He's able to kind of measure it, right? You're in week 10. It's like, okay, yep, I can pick it up here. And you make a man miss, and all of a sudden you got, 12, 15 yards on a return. And
he's probably earned a lot of trust from people as well. I think he's got a lot of trust. He's been phenomenal all season long.
So this drive starting at the 35. Play action. There's Cunningham. Reception, first down across midfield and more. Cohen to the 43 on the first down catch.
And there it is, just that quick timing. And when Cohen Cunningham is on the same page as Jackson Hunt, that's a really tough duo to defend. The crisp route running abilities of Cunningham makes him so tough to contain. I love the way Mountain Ridge uses him. He's now on the other side of the field. He lines up everywhere for this offense.
Bunch to the bottom of the screen on first down. Into the flat, caught by Cunningham, and picks up about 3 on that reception.
I'm far from the official stats keeper here at Mountain Ridge, but by my unofficial count, I think that's the play that pushes him over 1,000 yards.
Really?
I think so. My math might be a little bit off, but I think so. He needed 58 yards coming in. And I'm watching. I've been watching because I wanted to call it out. 1,000 yards is a huge deal. I think that's the one.
If nothing else, you've at least given the audio, so now we can throw it on any of them.
There we go.
Well done, Jeff. Cunningham will run on this play. Second down, he's got a first down. Cohen inside the 30, making men miss to the 25-yard line. Good luck, but a penalty flag back here near the line of scrimmage. I don't think this is going to count, Jeff.
No, I think this one's coming back. I do appreciate, look, I credited the officials for getting it right. I have to laugh when the opportunity comes. The flag was thrown a yard short. They wanted to make sure to move it up that extra yard to avoid any confusion. Thought it was funny.
Well, there is a reason for that.
I know the reason. I find it funny. No one's going to criticize anybody for that half
I don't know.
yard.
We like to criticize people, Jeff. We always find ways to criticize people.
I did.
Right?
I did right here. Yeah.
So blocking the back penalty will back them up to the 46-yard line. Be second about 13 here. Cunningham in motion. Pressure coming. Hunt. Throwback screen and Gates. Oh, man. He had blockers out in front. He had a whole bunch of green turf and some red turf. Just a missed opportunity.
What a pretty play design. The fake sweep action that results in a screen play. It was set up beautifully, and it was there, and you're right. Gates, he had his eyes on the touchdown space at the end of that one.
I think we all did. 3rd and 13 now for the Sentinels. Hall. Hunt. My bad, Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete. Was trying to get that near the first down, but will not work. And now 4th down here for the Sentinels.
Look, another good stop by this Westlake defense. They're getting a little extra assistance from the block in the back, from the missed field goal. But, hey, if you're going to go out and you're going to go on the road and you're going to pull a big upset win on senior night, you need those little assists along the way. Westlake is doing what they need to do in the interim, making big plays when they can.
The pass rush of Westlake is kind of making Hunt get that ball out quickly. Isn't really allowing a lot to develop down the field. I thought they may have had Conan kind of developing late, but
pressure's
didn't
getting home
have
quick.
time to allow it to happen. This kick away, angled, will take a lateral bounce, now trickle down to the 15. And the Thunder will come out again.
Snapped to him by number 89, Colton Franson. The best long snapper
Good kick.
in the state.
Sets up another long field for Westlake.
Sure does. While we have a moment, is in case you aren't out in this, Utah weather can be extreme. It's been a little extreme in October, but Method Heating and Air has kept homes and businesses comfortable for over 20 years. Trusted in Utah for over 20 years. Heating, cooling, and comfort you can count on. That's Method Heating and Air. Want to thank them for their sponsorships of Rewind's coverage of Mountain Ridge football on KSLSports.com. This drive starting the 15 for Fountaine, 5 wide. Boston buying some time, looking near side. Not much there. That is caught, but no yardage being given on the reception.
You have to give a lot of credit to this Mountain Ridge secondary. They have done a really nice job here in the early going of locking down these receivers. The safeties are getting really aggressive in coverage, helping out where they need to. And these corners, they're in the pockets of each of these receivers, not giving Boston Fountaine a whole lot of options to throw to.
I'm kind of surprised. Westlake's almost like they've abandoned the ground game. I mean, they ran with Blakely really well in that opening drive. Feels like a lot of 5 wide since then. On 2nd and 10, Fountaine, a lot of time. Now trying to buy a little more. Over the middle, incomplete, was trying to get Flinders.
And that Fountaine pass.
Let him too much, and now it's 3rd and 10.
The flag down.
Yeah, right near the line of scrimmage, near side.
I think it came in after the play, or at least after the throw, so I don't know that this is a hold. I don't know if maybe an offensive lineman slipped downfield.
Could be maybe that, or I was going to say maybe a roughing the quarterback.
And it is.
Would have had 3rd and 10. Instead, you see the call there from our officiating crew. That'll be a 1st down here for Westlake.
That's a huge break for the Westlake offense. 3rd and long from your own 15. That's not where anybody wants to be, but the roughing call gives them a fresh set of downs here with the 5.5, a little more than 5.5 minutes to play in the first half.
So new life here for Westlake. And movement up front. This will back up the Thunder.
I mean, that's just, it's tough for an offensive lineman. Mountain Ridge showing blitz from just about everywhere. You got to call out your assignments. You got to stay set for a long time, and ultimately somebody just moves a little bit too early.
First and 15. Pressure coming. Fountaine looking up the sideline, and it's caught. What a grab by Malik Sika. We've seen a lot of cheat codes this year, Jeff. Add him to the list.
My goodness, Malik Sika showing off the hands, strong hands to pull in that catch. And the touch from Fountaine put that ball exactly where it needs to be in the face of pressure.
Yeah. Fountaine going to run this one. On 1st down, he's got room. Has the first as he'll slide to the 26. And that'll move the sticks.
Well, you see Westlake give Mountain Ridge a little bit of their own medicine there. If they're going to line up in man coverage, send all your wide receivers deep, that leaves a whole lot of green for the quarterback run game. If he can make that read, Boston Fountaine made that read quickly.
And I like the situational tempo Westlake's playing with, right? It's not going to be all gas.
Right.
But, hey, we get a big play, boom, let's go, right? Let's get on it quickly. as you see them huddle up here and take their time on this 1st and 10 call inside the 5-minute mark in this opening half. Fountain just underneath. That caught by Pierce, able to gain about 8 yards on the reception.
Number 2, Kyle Pierce on the completion.
Once again, just quick decision making from Fountain. He finds Pierce underneath, gains 8 yards. I mean, those are the kinds of plays you need on first down as the field starts to shrink and you get closer to that end zone. Give yourself opportunities to have easy first downs. That's the name of the game.
2nd and short. Pressure coming. Gonna look to the end zone for Sika. And did he catch that? Touchdown, Westlake. Wow, 2 impressive catches from Malik Sika on this drive. The latter one for 6.
My gosh, Malik Sika. First and foremost, Boston Fountain, he's got the entire Mountain Ridge defense barreling down at him. He knows he's got one-on-one coverage on the outside, and he knows he's got a 1,000-yard receiver on the outside. He just throws it up, gives his guy a chance to make a play, and Malik Sika does the rest. What a play with the coverage inside of his helmet. I mean, he was all over him.
Yeah.
And Sika makes a great catch for 6.
Point after here for the Thunder is up, and it is good. We are back to tied up. 4 to play here in the opening half. The Westlake Thunder, with help from a penalty, march 85 yards. They're tied up at 14 on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. Love that we're able to share some of those senior profiles with you. Fun to see these men as they were young men and with families and friends. Kind of crazy the emotions that go into a senior night. Obviously recognize all the seniors before the game, and man, just so much works up to this moment, and kind of fun to be able to recognize and celebrate them. Congratulations on great careers and a great year this year for Mountain Ridge.
Yes.
Go ahead.
The Sentinels feel like this year's far from done, so it's good to have this honor. It's what makes high school football so special.
Yeah. As this kick will be into the end zone. We talked about Westlake. How about Mountain Ridge, though? I mean, this is 7-2. It's not a shorter-term program here, still in its infancy. I think the school's just been around for 5 years, but this is tied for the most wins they've ever had in a season. We're only in week 9.
Yeah.
And this is a team that could very well be top 5 in the RPI, get some home playoff games, and they can really blow that number out of the water here the remainder of the year.
Set a really tough benchmark to catch in the future, but I think this program's just getting started. Coach Robbins, there's a lot of belief. There's a lot of buy-in from his players, from the community. You know, it takes all of that. You need support. You need buy-in. You need all of that. You need belief that you can turn your guys and turn this program into something special. I think Coach Robbins has that, and Mountain Ridge is just getting started.
On its way. As when they announced Coach Robbins, I was like, oh, that's a home run hire. As penalty flags coming in here, delay of game. Coming on the field after that touchback.
And I'm curious to see what the future looks like for Mountain Ridge. Driving in here, it seems like if you miss a month in the city of Harriman, this area, you miss an entire wing of the city. Like, there's just houses popping up. There's people coming in. There's a bright future for this Mountain Ridge program.
They'll run on first down. This is Ofisa. He'll get those penalty yards back and more as Zach Ofisa trucks ahead for 12.
And I wonder if we'll see more of Ofisa on this drive as Westlake has to start defending this passing game. Ofisa's going to have running lanes.
2nd and short. They'll throw here. Cunningham Looking to get outside across midfield. Cohen, little stutter step, was still on the field. He'll take this inside the 30. Jeff, if he wasn't, he's over 1,000 now. Big play for Cohen Cunningham.
My goodness, Cohen Cunningham after the catch is special. He never did go down. He just stepped out of bounds. He may be the most difficult player to tackle inside this region. He is tough to bring down for any defender.
That's actually happened a couple times tonight where you'll kind of hits the brakes and let guys go and stutters around and then just kind of like ends up out of bounds, still on his feet, right? Just like, yeah, I'm good. Let's do it again.
You know who he reminds me of? Robert Young from a year ago up in Roy.
That's a good pull.
That Robert Young was a guy that, getting off the bus, that's not the guy that's going to beat us. And then as soon as the pads are strapped on and the ball's kicked off, yes, he is. Cohen Cunningham. There's a lot of similarities there. The way that they run, the way that they bounce off tacklers, their balance.
And I think really important as well on this drive because, again, the way that this game started is like, okay, Mountain Ridge is going to move up and down the field. They had a couple drives that got stalled. Westlake has that one to go score, and then again, they get the ball to start the second half. It felt like, for me at least, Mountain Ridge needed to get some confidence and some rhythm, some mojo back in their offense, and doing it here.
And here we are. And look, the Mountain Ridge offense has had success. There was a missed field goal. There was a penalty that set a drive back. They need a clean drive, right? And it seems like that's what we've got here. But this is where things have broken down for them in these last couple of drives that haven't resulted in points.
On first down, Hunt. That one was deflected. DeYoung able to still get there and pick up about 3.
I love DeYoung wearing the green gloves. There's no green in the color scheme of Mountain Ridge, so wear the green glove. It looks great, and it makes it easy for me. I know where he's at.
Yeah, you always know when it goes to number 1, right?
Yeah. We don't have spotters here, so you give me some green gloves to follow. That helps.
I think there is some genius on it, especially when you get to a level with replay, right?
That's right.
Second down. Hunt looking, has a man caught. Twilly inside the red zone as he takes us to the 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
Well, Twilly's got a case to make in this game as he's the X factor. When Mountain Ridge offense is gone, Twilly has been involved. Good to see him get involved here, and now Mountain Ridge knocking on the door again.
Ofisa in the backfield here, bunched to the bottom of the formation. Hunt, pressure, gonna step up. Looking, end zone for Titan, and he overthrew him, incomplete.
Credit to the Westlake pressure. They are the reason that ball sailed incomplete. The pressure just sped Jackson Hunt up. He had to step up into the pocket, kind of throw off balance. Great job by the Westlake defensive line to get home quickly.
Well, fortunate because DeYoung was open.
He was open.
Second down, plenty of time on the play clock here. Designed run. Hunt to the 5, still on his feet, brought down at about the 3.
I love that play call. Hunt's a better runner than he gets credit for. And he's a big guy. I mean, at 6'3", he's a load to bring down. And now, for Coach Robbins, you've got everything available. Ofisa's had a couple of physical runs on this drive. DeYoung is certainly a target when you get down here into these situations, has been all season long. Dumas has 2 touchdown catches today. So, really, the whole playbook available now in 3rd and short.
They motion Cunningham. They'll give to Ofisa. Ofisa trying to power ahead into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountain Ridge.
Zach Ofisa showing off that big 220-pound frame. He takes that ball. He's met near the line of scrimmage, and he just bullies his way across the goal line in for 6. And like Zach Ofisa, I bully my way against the cannon. I'm coming back. I'm 2 for my last 2. That's big. That's not big for anybody but me, but that is big for me.
In fairness, I jumped on that one.
Well, you gotta be alert. It's easy to forget that's going to be here.
False start on the play-by-play, guys. The point after up and good, 21-14. The Sentinels get the points they wanted right before the half as they retake the lead here by 7.
A minute 45 seconds on the clock here inside the stadium.
And I think Westlake has 2 timeouts left, I believe.
I believe that is correct. Look, with the way that they moved the ball their last drive, the I think depending on what happens on this kickoff, you can be pretty aggressive if you're Westlake here to try to get on the board. And remind me, Dane, I think Westlake gets the ball in the second half. So even if you get a field goal out of this drive, you have an opportunity to take the lead coming out of the second half.
Be a big final 100 seconds coming up here. As, to that point, you'd love to get points here for your Westlake, and if you're Mountain Ridge, you'd love to keep it at 7. Sentinels here to kick off, and this one high and short. Taken at the 19. Looking near side, pushed out of bounds. Westlake will start at the 26.
Now, the physicality at the line of scrimmage on really both sides of the ball has been impressive tonight. You know, when you think of a Westlake team, you think of Mountain Ridge, it's easy to kind of forget about how good they are up front. These offensive and defensive lines for both teams on both sidelines, man, they are every single play. This is physical trench play. It's been fun to watch. If you're one of those who likes to watch the ball, you miss some of that. But, man, this Westlake offensive line has been fun to watch tonight.
5 wide on first down. And miscommunication there. It was looking for Pierce. He was a little delayed getting his head around. Incomplete.
Yeah, just two guys that weren't on the same page because you're right, Pierce just didn't have his head turned around. Boston Fountain clearly knew where he wanted to go with the football. Just couldn't connect.
Second down. Fountain has a man right at the sticks. Boy, sandwiched down. The catch made by Johnson. And is he short?
I think he's going to be just short. Man, Britton Johnson has had a couple of physical catches today. He was punished on that one.
Because that clock was still running. Now they've stopped it. They're going to give him the first down.
And that's going to be good for a Thunder.
I wondered, when I looked and I saw the far down marker, and it was ahead of the first down chain, but it said third down. That confused me a little bit.
You got to make a call, right?
Absolutely.
First down, Fountain rolling. Has a man, that's caught. Nice job by Flinders, able to reach out, snag it as they're near midfield.
That's a great catch by Flinders. Good ball by Fountain, but Flinders steps up and makes the play.
Boy, and right to get that ball snapped as well. Over the middle, first down again. Look out. Turning upfield, it's Sika. Malik Sika taking this down to the 23-yard line. Boy, quick strike here for the Thunder.
And a smart timeout on the big play. Westlake is going to take a timeout. And their quarterback was calling for that one almost as soon as that ball was caught. You've got 2. Now you get inside the red zone or nearing the red zone. Take the timeout. Don't rush. And get this right. You've got 53 seconds, plenty of time. Still have a timeout in your pocket. Excellent job by this Westlake offense to get down the field this quickly.
Yeah, 50 seconds. You've moved the ball, 50 yards?
Yeah.
So, really nice job, again, by Fountain, who mentioned his completion percentage, according to Stats Report, to 55%. He's been well above that tonight.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. For the most part, his incompletions have been drops or maybe guys not on the same page. He's put the ball right where he needs to put the ball all night long tonight. God, really impressed on this drive. When the quarterback gets outside the pocket and it's that scramble drill, so much of what happens relies solely on his decision making, right? And Boston Fountain hasn't tried to force anything on this drive. He's waited. He's been patient, found guys, and allowed them to go make a play, and his wide receivers have delivered.
1st and 10 at the 23 of Mountain Ridge. Fountain going to step up and tripped up. Well, that's an important tackle being made there by that front of Jackson Brown.
Jackson Brown is such an important part of this Mountain Ridge defense. Steps up with a big play. He's got 7 sacks, leads the team coming into this game. Big number 99 with a big play.
Each team with 1 timeout left. Fountain buying time, looking. And he's going to make a man miss, try to run it here, dives ahead. He's going to be close to that first down, and he will have it.
What a nifty little move to avoid really what could have been a sack. I think that was behind the line of scrimmage and makes a guy miss.
And
Sorry,
Westlake
Dan.
here going to take their last time out with 18 seconds left. Because again, that ball would, or the clock would start as soon as that ball gets spotted. And you had guys in the end zone. It'd probably be tough to get everyone back there.
And right now, you're telling your quarterback, hey, you got 18 seconds. You've got 3 shots at the end zone. And they're at the end zone every time. Don't get sacked. And at worst, you feel confident that you got 3 points in your pocket right now.
Want to remind you, at halftime, we'll have Mountain Ridge senior profiles for you. You'll want to stick around for that.
That's going to be good for a Thunder.
This Mountain Ridge defense trying to make a late stand here in this opening half, try to limit the Thunder here to just 3. We talk about this Westlake team, Jeff. They've scored over 30 points the last 3 weeks, and they've scored over 30 points 6 of their 9 games this year. This offense has been that good all year long with Fountain, Sika, Sua, and company. And they've proven that that's no fluke. Been good here tonight in this opening half. First down. Fountain wanted that throw back. Wasn't there. Still looking. And hit here as that ball goes out of play, and that'll stop the clock with 9 seconds left.
Ooh, and a long play there. It looks like 9 seconds is where the clock runs off. And that takes up half.
You have at least one.
You have one, but if the next play takes as long as the last play did, you don't have one.
And that's where you tell your quarterback, right? Like, hey,
you gotta be quicker.
You got a couple, then you got to get out, get it away, right?
Here are your 2 reads, make them and go.
Yep.
And that's really been Boston Fountain's strength. He has been such a quick decision maker all night tonight. Shouldn't be an issue with 9 seconds left, but.
You've got Sua at the bottom of the formation. Sika up top. Fountain running out of time again. Going to have to get rid of this one. Throws it to the end zone, and it is incomplete. And the half has expired, so the Mountain Ridge defense gets the stop they wanted. Westlake, again, with no timeout, they couldn't call one. So that was extended, and then the loft to the end zone, battled around. Now officials maybe going to talk here whether there is 1 second left or not.
I think there's a lot that official. I don't see any flags.
I don't see flag. I think this is all about the clock. Westlake was over there wanting to run their team out. They were petitioning heavily. There should be time left.
The flag on the penalty.
Oh.
On the play.
Well, I saw.
Oh, it's near side, down at the 4.
Okay, and I saw a ball. That ball was in the corner of the end zone. A ball was thrown. The ball ended up here at the close hash near us. So I don't know. I think there's a lot to sort out. Maybe a pass interference, a lot of physical contact there. I don't know. This will be interesting.
Well, neither team are heading to the locker room, so you would guess then it may be on Mountain Ridge. Ball's spotted here at the 6. Put 2 seconds on, and then they're going to call an unsportsmanlike on Mountain Ridge. Huh.
And I wonder if that's the spike or the throw or whatever happened with the ball after that play was over.
Allowing a final play for the Thunder.
So that will allow for a 23-yard field goal try here. Coach Robbins is going to come out and take a timeout. I mean, look, I'm not official. I don't know what's going on the field, right? For me, when I make that call, it's incomplete, and I look at the clock, there's 0. So for me, the 2 seconds is kind of surprising. The dead ball, that kind of thing happens. It's tough because it's like, well, when it hits 0, it's clearly I don't know the rules well enough, but that's one where it's a little tough for me. Like, okay, if that's 4th quarter and it hits 0, are we doing this here? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I also don't know the rules. Is it if there's a defensive penalty in that situation, in the NFL or college, it's an untimed down. Do they put 2 seconds back on the clock in high school instead of an untimed down? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'll have to ask our official friends.
Because, I'm with you. You look up, you see 0. Seems like that's an easy call. Oh, and look at this, Dane.
They're going to bring the offense out here.
They are.
Figure they're 6 yards out.
Hey, you said it earlier. If you're going to set a win total that you haven't reached in a long time, you're going to have to be aggressive.
Well,
this is aggressive.
With that, I don't think Mountain Ridge was able to get their special teams off the field. Fontaine gonna step up, has a lane, gonna look to the end zone, turns inside, and he is in. Touchdown, Westlake.
Wow, what a play by Boston Fontaine. He makes the read, he tucks the ball, he just barely gets in. And now there's some extracurricular conversations after
Mountain
the
sideline
play.
saying he did not get in. It's, where's the ball when the knees go down? There's an official right on the line, and he was very quick to put the arms up. They do call it a touchdown. Reminiscent of one of my favorite games back from 1995, actually. We'll have to deal with that later as the point after to tie it up is up, through, and good. We are at the half, and the aggressive Westlake Thunder have it tied up on the road in a game with a region title on the line. 21 apiece, Westlake, Mountain Ridge. You're watching Mountain Ridge football on KSLSports.com.
It's time for Mountain Ridge Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. They protect what matters most, just like our defense does. TJ Olson Insurance, proud to support our players and fans. Visit them online at tjolson.com. We'd first like to highlight one of the senior managers, Sadie Bartlett, daughter of Sydney and Brad Bartlett. Sadie's favorite high school memories include being a football manager, Friday Night Lights, being with her friends, and living her best life. Sydney plans to go on a mission after high school and eventually go into athletic training. We'd next like to highlight senior Cutler Whitaker, son of Ian and Michelle Whitaker. Cutler's favorite high school memory is talking with Coach Mayfu on the bench before practices. Cutler plans after high school to play college football. Next, we'd like to highlight senior Trey Briggs, son of Matt Briggs and Jennifer Briggs. Trey's favorite high school memory is playing in his first varsity football game and running out onto the field with his teammates. Trey plans to go to college and to own his own business one day. Finally, we'd like to highlight senior Cohen Van Kock, son of Holly Van Kock. Cohen's favorite high school memory is the post-win locker room against that other school. Cohen plans to finish school, then attend college, and after that, to start his own business. And those are this week's Mountain Ridge Sentinel Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. Mountain Ridge football is powered by the support of TJ Olson Insurance. They're committed to our community and to our team's success. Thank you, TJ Olson Insurance, for your sponsorship of Mountain Ridge football. It's time for Mountain Ridge Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. They protect what matters most, just like our defense does. TJ Olson Insurance, proud to support our players and fans. Visit them online at tjolson.com. First, we'd like to highlight senior Caden Runyon, son of Allison Wright and Pete Placey. Caden's favorite high school memory is freshman year summer camp team dinners. After high school, Caden plans to go to college at the U or Slick and possibly join the Air Force. Next, we'd like to highlight senior Zach Ofisa, son of Nele and Ina Ofisa. Zach's favorite high school memory is playing football with his brother. After high school, Zach plans to get a degree and to play football in college. Finally, we'd like to highlight Aiden Robinson, son of Lynn and Corey Robinson. Aiden's favorite high school memory is causing a fumble against Lone Peak. After high school, Aiden plans to serve a mission. And those are this week's Mountain Ridge Sentinel Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. Mountain Ridge football is powered by the support of TJ Olson Insurance. They're committed to our community and to our team's success. Thank you, TJ Olson Insurance, for your sponsorship of Mountain Ridge football. It's time for Mountain Ridge Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. They protect what matters most, just like our defense does. TJ Olson Insurance, proud to support our players and fans. Visit them online at tjolson.com. First, we'd like to highlight one of the senior managers, Darren Carrillo, daughter of Beatrice Carrillo and Juan Antonio Carrillo. Darren's favorite high school memory was winning their first girls wrestling state title and the bus ride home. After high school, Darren plans to make a lot of money and have a loving family of her own. Next, we'd like to highlight senior Cohen Cunningham, son of Nikki and Travis Cunningham. Cohen's favorite high school memory is the game against Copper Hills his junior season. After high school, Cohen plans to go on a mission and go to college. We'd like to highlight Mason Gomez, son of Kelly and Mike Gomez. Mason's favorite high school memory was scoring his first touchdown against Corner Canyon in the 6th grade. Mason plans after high school to become a firefighter. Finally, we'd like to highlight senior Brock West, son of Ben and Liesel West. Brock's favorite high school memory is going to parties with his friends. After high school, Brock plans to go on a mission and then to go to BYU. And those are this week's Mountain Ridge Sentinel Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. Mountain Ridge football is powered by the support of TJ Olson Insurance. They're committed to our community and to our team's success. Thank you, TJ Olson Insurance, for your sponsorship of Mountain Ridge football. It's time for Mountain Ridge Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. They protect what matters most, just like our defense does. TJ Olson Insurance, proud to support our players and fans. Visit them online at tjolson.com. First, we'd like to highlight senior Alex Stewart, son of Kirk and Jessica Stewart. Alex's favorite high school memory was when he first joined the team. He remembers all the support he got from his friends and his teammates. Alex plans to keep making YouTube videos after high school. Vlogging is his life, as well as helping out the team and continuing to be a Sentinel. Next, we'd like to highlight senior Isaiah Ortiz, son of Ricky and Ada Ortiz. Isaiah's favorite high school memory was that first Friday night game after missing his whole junior season. After high school, Isaiah plans to serve a mission and come back to do track and field in college. Next, we'd like to highlight Jaden Stockbrand, son of Samantha Matthew. Jaden's favorite high school memory is after beating Harriman. Jaden plans to go play college football and then to become a general contractor. Finally, we'd like to highlight senior Sawyer Carlson, son of Brody and Jamie Carlson. Sawyer's favorite high school memory is running onto the field Friday night with the band playing and the student section going crazy for that first time. After high school, Sawyer plans to serve an LDS mission. And those are this week's Mountain Ridge Sentinel Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. Mountain Ridge football is powered by the support of TJ Olson Insurance. They're committed to our community and to our team's success. Thank you, TJ Olson Insurance, for your sponsorship of Mountain Ridge football. It's time for Mountain Ridge Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. They protect what matters most, just like our defense does. TJ Olson Insurance, proud to support our players and fans. Visit them online at tjolson.com. First, we'd like to spotlight senior Marshall Peck, son of Mindy and Jackson Peck. Marshall's favorite high school memory has been playing football with his dad. After high school, Marshall plans to graduate with a 4.0, get an academic scholarship, and graduate with a master's in business. Next, we'd like to highlight senior Desmond Graham, son of Cassandra Graham. Desmond's favorite high school memory has been hanging out with all his brothers at practice. After high school, Desmond plans to go into the military. Finally, we'd like to highlight Taloa Sione, son of Tuitapu and Sabavao Sione. Taloa's favorite high school memory is team camps. After high school, Taloa plans to serve a mission, college ball, and life. And those are this week's Mountain Ridge Sentinel Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. Mountain Ridge football is powered by the support of TJ Olson Insurance. They're committed to our community and to our team's success. Thank you, TJ Olson Insurance, for your sponsorship of Mountain Ridge football. It's time for Mountain Ridge Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. They protect what matters most, just like our defense does. TJ Olson Insurance, proud to support our players and fans. Visit them online at tjolson.com. First, we'd like to highlight senior Sefe Taleaho, son of Mel and Sione Taukeaho. Cepho's favorite high school memory is waking up on game days and preparing. After high school, Cepho plans to serve an LDS mission and marry his girlfriend. Next, we'd like to highlight senior Herbert Palama, son of Charmaine Palama. Herbert's favorite high school memory is hanging with his friends till late night studies. That's honestly what made high school. After high school, Herbert plans to pursue a career in law enforcement, aiming to achieve U.S. Marshal or State Trooper. Finally, we'd like to highlight senior Hunter Jacobson, son of Travis and Brandy Jacobson. His favorite high school memory has been hanging out with all his buddies and beating Harriman. After high school, Hunter plans to go on a mission. And those are this week's Mountain Ridge Sentinel Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. Mountain Ridge football is powered by the support of TJ Olson Insurance. They're committed to our community and to our team's success. Thank you, TJ Olson Insurance, for your sponsorship of Mountain Ridge football. It's time for Mountain Ridge Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. They protect what matters most, just like our defense does. TJ Olson Insurance, proud to support our players and fans. Visit them online at tjolson.com. First, we'd like to highlight senior Luke Jessup, son of Andrea Jessup and Sterling Jessup. Luke's favorite high school memory is beating Harriman 2 years in a row. After high school, Luke plans to go to college. Next, we'd like to highlight senior Sefa Toki, son of Ika and Wayman Toki. Sefa's favorite high school memory is after every varsity game, going out to eat with the boys. After high school, Sefa plans to go on a mission. Finally, we'd like to highlight senior Jackson Brown, son of Tyson and Marky Brown. Jackson's favorite high school memory is he, Mayfu, and Cut talking about girls and funny stuff before each practice his junior year. He misses all the conversations he would have with those coaches. After high school, Jackson plans to hit a trade school, get his money up, and then become a Funkle. And those are this week's Mountain Ridge Sentinel Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. Mountain Ridge football is powered by the support of TJ Olson Insurance. They're committed to our community and to our team's success. Thank you, TJ Olson Insurance, for your sponsorship of Mountain Ridge football. It's time for Mountain Ridge Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. They protect what matters most, just like our defense does. TJ Olson Insurance, proud to support our players and fans. Visit them online at tjolson.com.
We'd like to spotlight senior manager Haley Probst. Her parents are Dan and Kimber Probst. Haley's favorite high school memory is hanging out with friends at football games and getting ready for dances with her girls. After high school, Haley wants to study architecture and business. Next, we'd like to spotlight senior Braylon Washington, son of Josh and Brittany Washington. Braylon's favorite high school memory is beating Harriman his senior year. After high school, Braylon plans to play college football. Next, we'd like to spotlight Mountain Ridge senior, number 8, Graydon Dumas. His parents are Lindsay Cozens and Cole Dumas. Graydon's favorite high school memory is his first high school football game freshman season with all of his guys. After high school, Graydon plans to continue to play football in college and to study sports medicine. Finally, we'd like to highlight Mountain Ridge senior Lincoln Twilley. His parents are Michelle and Jared Twilley. Lincoln's favorite high school memory are team dinners. And after high school, Lincoln plans to serve God by going on a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to make bank and play Minecraft.
And those are this week's Mountain Ridge Sentinel Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. Mountain Mountain Ridge Football is powered by the support of TJ Olson Insurance. They're committed to our community and to our team's success. Thank you, TJ Olson Insurance, for your sponsorship of Mountain Ridge Football. It's time for Mountain Ridge Senior Spotlights, presented by TJ Olson Insurance. They protect what matters most, just like our defense does. TJ Olson Insurance, proud to support our players and fans. Visit them online at tjolson.com.
We'd like to spotlight Mountain Ridge Senior Manager Brinley Wright. Brinley's parents are Janessa and AJ Wright. Brinley's favorite high school memory is Friday night lights, especially after a Mountain Ridge win. After high school, Brinley plans to get her nail technician license and then to go to college for a business degree. Next, we'd like to spotlight Mountain Ridge Senior Austin Freeman. His parents are Matt and Shanae Freeman. Austin's favorite high school memory was his freshman year dynasty. If you know, you know. After high school, Austin plans to serve an LDS mission and then go to college or be a firefighter. Next, we'd like to spotlight Mountain Ridge Senior Ashton Gates, son of Corey and Holly Gates. Ashton's favorite high school memory is beating Harriman at their field in the middle of the night. After high school, Ashton plans to attend college and major in business. Finally, we'd like to spotlight Mountain Ridge Senior Bridger Butterfield, son of Ashley and Kyle Butterfield. Bridger's favorite high school memory is going on adventures with his crush and mowing lawns, making that dough with his buddy. After high school, Bridger plans to graduate early and leave to Independence, Missouri to preach the good word on February 16th.
Presented by TJ Olson Insurance. Mountain Ridge Football is powered by the support of TJ Olson Insurance. They're committed to our community and to our team's success. Thank you, TJ Olson Insurance, for your sponsorship of Mountain Ridge Football.
Welcome back. Getting ready to start our second half. Mountain Ridge leading tied with Westlake 21 apiece. Dane Stewart, Jeff Hansen with you. Jeff, look, I mean, game that's gone back and forth. Mountain Ridge has either led or been tied. Westlake has never led, but how about the response of Westlake to be able to answer at every opportunity when Mountain Ridge has looked like they've started to get some momentum going?
Yeah, the ability for Westlake to not quit, not give up, bounce back has been special, and then to take advantage of the opportunities that they've been given. Look, right before the end of the half, there's an unsportsmanlike call, gives Westlake second life. I love the aggressiveness from the coaching staff that they line up for a field goal. Coach Robbins takes a timeout. Make Westlake think about it. How do they respond? Well, let's go for 6 instead. They get out there. Boston Fountain runs it in. Look, that's an opportunity, right? The play was over. The half was over. Mountain Ridge had a lead. You get that opportunity, you get that second life for Westlake. That's the kind of stuff you have to do to be able to get upset wins on the road, and they've done it when they've had those chances.
And we talk about this Westlake team obviously scoring 21 points in the first half. It's the most points that Mountain Ridge has given up since week 3 in their loss to Davis. They've now given up 20 points amongst this 6-game win streak that they've been on, and they've done that in the first half. What, if anything, do you expect to see from this Mountain Ridge defense in the second half, Jeff?
I expect them to play more clean, and I think that they've got to figure out a way. They're trying to get home with the pressure. I mean, you've seen it all night long that there's been different various blitz packages on seemingly every pass play. They haven't worked. They haven't gotten home, and Boston Fountain's been able to find guys downfield. I would expect to see some adjustment there that, hey, maybe all out on pressure, this quarterback gets rid of the ball too quickly. We need to play more coverage, try to confuse him that way and force him into a mistake. That's the adjustment I'm looking to see for Mountain Ridge in this half.
And they'll have an opportunity to show that here, as it will be Westlake to receive this second half kick. They've played with a lot of confidence tonight. And mentioned this game, Mountain Ridge coming in with a 1-game lead for this region. Oh,
nope.
It got you, Jeff.
Streak's over.
I was good for that one.
That one got me.
Our second half underway. Is this kick high and going to take a bounce? Boy, that's a live football. And Westlake is able to get on that, but there was a flag. Maybe it touched out of bounds. Might be a procedure here. Boy, we saw that week 1. How fitting would that have been to go week 1, week 10, Jeff?
That would have been just good bookends for us.
Yeah, right?
I actually thought about that today as we get ready for our bracket reveal show tomorrow on KSLSports.com at 10 a.m. I was prepping today for the show, and I thought about that, hey, that Fremont kickoff happened first play of the game for us. First play of the season for us.
First play of the season. And so it was indeed, that ball did touch the boundary, so it'll be spotted up to the 35. There we go. First play of the second half. Pressure coming. They'll throw out to Pierce. Pierce turn upfield. He'll gain a yard.
Just a gain of a yard for Pierce, but that's an important play. Pierce and Fountain were not on the same page in the first half. A couple of different plays that they just couldn't connect. They got connected there. That's a good sign that they've made some adjustments in the locker room.
Second down here for Fountain. And it does just still fascinate me, Jeff. They've just gone 5 wide.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just 5 wide every play. We're just going to go out, do what we want to do. Is Fountain stepping up there. And he has been the running attack really ever since that first drive.
Well, and you see the adjustment that I talk about there. Now, obviously, it's one play. Things can change. But Mountain Ridge showed a lot of pressure again, and those linebackers backed off when the ball was snapped. And in the first half, those Boston Fountain runs, those were going for 12, 14 yards. Mountain Ridge makes an adjustment. Now it's 3rd and 4. That only goes for 5 or 6 yards. That's the kind of adjustment that Mountain Ridge needs to make, and make Westlake show what their next pitch is.
I only had Fountain with 150 yards rushing coming into this one. He is probably approaching that as he'll run here, pick up the first down. Just a gain of 4, maybe 5, but I mean, Jeff, he has had a few chunks. He's had a lot of little ones like that.
Yeah, it's been there, right? It's been there. This linebacker unit, they've got to keep contained, right? They've got to keep eyes on the quarterback because clearly that is what Westlake is going to use as their rushing attack tonight. They have through 2 quarters and a minute and a half, it's been Boston Fountain, the running back, in addition to the quarterback.
First down throw here for Fountain. Pressure coming again. He's trying to roll. Going to look downfield, and that ball incomplete. Was looking for Pierce. That hit him right. Had it going to the ground, but able to get his arms under it. Just couldn't haul it in, and it'll be a second down.
But another example, that looks like this is going to go down as a win for the Mountain Ridge defense, but another example of the pressure doesn't get home, and it's tough to send that much pressure when the quarterback is evading it because you just got less guys in coverage. Boston Fountain finds another guy open downfield. This goes in favor of Mountain Ridge as they're unable to connect, but that was almost a big play.
And the tough thing is when you're containing him, he steps up and runs.
He's tough.
When you come through the middle, he steps out and runs. I mean, he's just been very elusive tonight. From that quarterback position as a 2nd and 10, and a chance here for Mountain Ridge to try to get another stop here. Could use a good defensive plays. They'll bring corner blitz here. Fountain makes the blitzer miss, then gets this away, caught by Pierce. First down and more, and there's that elusivity on display once again from Fountain.
My goodness, at some point you just have to tip your cap. Had the right play call. If you're the defensive coordinator, you feel good about that play call, had a chance to make a play. Boston Fountain just made his own play, evades that pressure, and delivers a dart downfield to move the chains.
Across midfield, Westlake looking for their first lead of the game. Designed run, Fountain hit at the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go. Was that DeYoung coming in? Yes, it was. Titan coming up to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Makes a big play for the first negative play that we've seen from Boston Fountain in the quarterback run game. It's a huge play for DeYoung, if nothing else, for the confidence of this Mountain Ridge defense.
Well, the other thing, too, is that, I mean, this drive in particular, it feels like every first down play has gone for nothing. It's been the second down plays that have been the gashers to set up 3rd and short. So this is another opportunity here to just, get a short to little, or allow, a short to little yardage play here for Westlake. See if the Mountain Ridge D can do that. As Fountain, a lot of time. Now coming near side, still looking downfield. Now he's going to turn up. And Fountain able to initiate that slide at the 25. They're going to mark it at the 24, and that'll be another Westlake first down.
The adjustment's clear. Bridger Butterfield was just spying the quarterback on that play, and he had an opportunity to stop Fountain, but Fountain, again, shows off that elusiveness. Sometimes words are hard. Shows off that elusiveness, and he's able to step through the tackle and move the chains again.
First down. Fountain, that incomplete.
Yeah, just threw it behind his receiver. Looked like he thought the route was going to go maybe a little bit deeper than Malik Sika ran it. And he's fortunate that ball fell to the turf.
Yeah. Another 2nd and 10 here. Westlake's offense now has been a lot of body blows, kind of chipping away, trying to wear down this Mountain Ridge defense. Mountain Ridge bringing pressure here. Fountain over the middle, has a man caught inside the 10, and Pierce takes it to the 5. First and goal for Westlake.
And for Pierce and Fountain, where they were just not quite on the same page in that first half, they are on this drive. This has been the Pierce drive in this passing game. Seems like every time that Fountain has put the ball in the air, Pierce has been on the other end of it.
Thunder knocking on the doorstep. Looking for their first lead tonight. Fountain. Look at end zone. Incomplete. Was trying to get that to Sua. Threw too high.
For number 18, Britton Johnson.
And he had his guy in the end zone. He flashed open. Looked like Fontaine was just maybe a beat or two late. By the time he saw Britton Johnson flash open, coverage was starting to close, and the pressure was getting to him, and it just sped up that throw.
Second and goal.
Yeah, to your point, Dane, still no running back, even here inside the 5-yard line. It's been all 5 wide.
Fontaine rolling. No one open. Is a flag coming in on this play, and I like the design of that. Fontaine down here. He'll get back up, but they kind of bring Flinders cross in motion, acts as an extra blocker for that rollout.
Yeah, I like the play design. I'm curious what this is going to be.
I guess hold.
Yeah.
That is one of the challenges when you're, rolling that line and even having, a receiver come in.
You got to let those
likelihood of that.
Let those defensive linemen go, right? It's tough to do.
So that'll back Westlake up, push it back to the 15, which may not be a bad thing for this offense. Gives your receiver some more room to work.
Well, the first time in a while that we've seen Blakely come back on the field, and he'll be in the backfield with Fontaine. It feels like it's been 2 quarters since we've seen this.
Second and goal. Pressure and slips through the tackle. Fontaine has a man in the end zone, and it's broken up. What a play by DeYoung. Wow.
Wow, Titan DeYoung with the touchdown saving play in coverage.
We do have an injured player down here for Westlake. That's one of the linemen. We're going to step aside here, take an injury timeout. We'll be back. It'll be 3rd and goal for the Thunder after this.
Take a moment.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back to the UCCU Saving Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
Welcome back. Leuso was the injured Westlake Thunder, so a lineman down and the punter now down for the Westlake. Of course, they haven't needed him.
Not as a punter. He's been big in those short yardage situations up front.
I should have clarified. They haven't needed him as a punter, but, boy, no movement there. I thought there was. And that one caught. Touchdown. It's to Pierce.
Ooh. And Coach Robbins is fired up that there wasn't a false start called, and he should be fired up. The refs missed that one, and ultimately it was the guy who moved that makes the touchdown catch.
Well, I even thought that you might have had Fontaine with a little jolt there as well.
That one, that's Coach Robbins is justified to be fired up here. As it is, touchdown for Westlake, good throw. You get those opportunities, you got to take advantage of them, and Westlake has.
So the 15-yard touchdown pass on 3rd down is the point after up and good. And Mountain Ridge trailing for the first time tonight, 28-21. Westlake taking the lead with just over 8 minutes to play here in our 3rd quarter. Of course,
Statement drive for the Westlake offense. They take nearly 4 minutes off the clock, and they march down, and they show a lot of different things. It's going to be tough for Mountain Ridge to adjust and defend everything that Westlake has shown tonight.
Yeah, of course, want to remind you, Mountain Ridge football is presented by TJ Olson Insurance. They're more than an insurance agency. They're a true part of our community. Thank you to TJ Olson Insurance for supporting our team at Mountain Ridge and helping make this season a success. Talk about guaranteed region champs coming into this one, looking for an outright region title with a win. Both these two programs doing things for the first time this year. We talked about some of the wins, but one of the other firsts for these two teams, both of these teams this year beat Bingham for the first time in program history.
Yeah, that's big. Look, I know that Bingham didn't have some fantastic season this year. They're going through some rebuild and retooling of that program, but that B on a helmet still means something, and that's a huge win for both of these programs to kind of reintroduce themselves to this new look region and say, hey, we're going to be competitive every single year.
Bingham was picked preseason by the coaches as the region champs.
Wow.
Of course, it's these two, and of course, Harriman in the mix there as well. Pending results tonight is this one into the end zone for the touchback. All right, so how do you get the spark back for Mountain Ridge? We've seen them move the football, Jeff. We've seen some of the drive stall, some penalties, but how do you get that spark back for this offense?
Well, I think if you're Mountain Ridge, you reflect back on some of the close wins that they've had this year. I think of that Lehigh win that they had early. There were many times throughout the game that it looked like things could slip away from Mountain Ridge, and they just showed resolve, and they were able to continue to stay in that game. I think that's what you rely on here. They moved the ball effectively in the first half. Just keep doing what you're doing and play clean football.
They've had some opportunities they haven't been able to capitalize on as they'll throw here on first down. That's DeYoung with the reception. He gains 16. That'll move the chains.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, moving the football hasn't been an issue for Jackson Hunt in this offense. Just keep doing what you're doing and avoid the mistakes.
First down. A little tempo here as DeYoung with this reception. Trying to keep those legs moving. They'll give him 5.
And all of these Mountain Ridge receivers, they are so aggressive after the catch. It doesn't matter if the defender is in their pockets. It doesn't matter if they think they're going to get tackled. They are trying to spring a big play every single time they touch it.
2nd and 5 here. Westlake trying to get set up defensively. Little screen here for DeYoung. And gets out of the first arm tackle up near this first down. He's going to be a yard short.
That's a great play by Jordan Fairbanks because the shift, I guess, from the Westlake defense was late. And if Fairbanks doesn't hold on to DeYoung, that defense was late getting there. He had a lot of green ahead of him. 3rd and 1. A lot of defenders in the box. They'll run. First down for Ofisa as he's across midfield. Now Jackson Hunt, he wants to move quick. Ofisa picks up the first down, and they are already on the ball looking to go again.
I like they're trying to pick this up a little bit here, Jeff. Hunt looking. DeYoung caught to the 32. Here's that rhythm, that tempo we were talking about.
And they're not going to go away from it.
Nope.
I mean, they're taking 6-7 seconds off the play clock. This one, they have to move downfield a little bit. But, man, they are going quick.
Little pump fake. Cunningham inside the 10, into the end zone. Strike up the band. Touchdown, Mountain Ridge. But there is a penalty flag on the field. This might be offensive pass interference.
I'm watching the cannon. The cannon was all geared up. They were ready to fire that cannon. Somebody got word down to the cannon that, hey, there's a flag. Don't shoot the cannon before you have to. Just excellent cannon execution right here.
If we had a telestrator, I'd let you draw it up, Jeff.
I wish
just to
that
break
we did.
it down.
I feel like I could break this down as well as anybody. The way that the cannon and I have confronted today, I feel like I'm equipped to break it down.
Yeah. Still talking here, and
Now, if the cannon wanted to have some fun, shoot that thing right now, you'd get everybody in the stadium. You might scare these refs into your call.
As we await the call here. Oh, a touchdown stands.
And the touchdown stands.
There is an unsportsmanlike on Mountain Ridge, but this will wait till after the cannon goes before we enforce it. Huh?
Well, and now I mean the whole operation's out of sorts now. The delay, yeah, you did it. As your kicker's lining up. I mean, this was shoddy work by the cannon crew.
In fairness, I mean, there's a lot that goes on after a touchdown.
Listen,
Jeff.
if you're gonna bring a cannon into a stadium, I expect perfection. You make one mistake with a cannon, and everybody is in a world of hurt.
The point after is up. It's good. More importantly than the cannon, Mountain Ridge has tied it up 28 apiece on the touchdown pass from Hunt to Cohen Cunningham.
And it only took a minute 20 seconds. That was kind of a flex your muscles drive for Mountain Ridge. Westlake they are methodically moving the ball, but they've had some penalties. They've had some things go their way. They've had to perform and execute long drives and multiple play drives in order to keep pace with Mountain Ridge. Mountain Ridge just kind of flexed and said, hey guys, we can score as faster than you can. You better be perfect all night long or we're going to get you. That was a great response by Mountain Ridge.
It was a great response. And again, because you get back in kind of that rhythm and your comfort zone. And, boy, next thing you know, it's like, yeah, okay, we're fine, right? We're fine.
Yeah. Moving the ball has not been an issue for Mountain Ridge tonight. Now, the Mountain Ridge defense, they've got to find an answer for Boston Fountain, and especially the quarterback run game. That's been tough for Mountain Ridge to stop.
So, again, the 15 yards marked off here on the kickoff. So they'll be kicking from their own 25-yard line, and we've seen a couple unsportsmanlikes tonight. Have not helped the Sentinels' effort. Is this one, again, a high kick, fielded at the 32 and out of play at the 43. Short field here.
Lincoln Frazier, the up man, gets that kickoff return. He looked like he knew what to do with it.
Yeah.
That was almost nonchalant the way that he just fielded that kick. Like, hey, I'm the return guy.
He's had a couple opportunities here.
Yeah,
in
he
this
has.
game tonight. So Westlake, Fountain and company. This offense has been very impressive tonight. Edge pressure, Fountain stepping up. There's Pierce. A nice little pick route there, able to free up Pierce for the first down.
Pierce he's been the catalyst here in the second half. Boston Fountain and Kyle Pierce have connected several times. They're showing off the chemistry.
How about this? Westlake on the ball quickly. Fountain going to throw it out. Pierce caught it in space. Now turned into the middle of the field. Makes a couple men miss. Still on his feet as Pierce takes this inside the 25.
This game's turning into a track meet, Dane. Doesn't look like Westlake's going to allow any subs. Well, and they do. It makes sense. Good to see Donovan Leosa getting back onto the field. I'll slow down to get big number 78 back on my offensive line. No question about it.
I feel bad for saying they haven't needed him because I was really thinking about the punt. I wasn't thinking about the line play. Which
I can vouch for you.
I appreciate that, Jeff. You're a good friend, despite what others say.
Sometimes.
Here's Fountain, designed run. Pick up there 3.
He really has been the entire running game for the last 2 quarters of action. And it's been effective. But I don't know, how we don't have the stats in front of us. I don't have a statistician to tell me how many carries per game can he handle, right? Like, what's his max carries per game? He's taking a lot of hits in this one.
Well,
and there's still a quarter and a half left.
And there's a lot of times where after he makes a play, he's kind of bent over and a little slow to get up. Like, this is taking everything he's got tonight, and it's been a amazing effort. We'll see if he can continue that here for the remaining 17 minutes of play as he'll roll to his right. Stepping up here. And we'll slide. Going to be just short of that first down. But, I mean, again there, it's like you see how just that might be frustration.
I think there's some frustration, but I'm with you, Dane. I mean, you watch him after some of these plays.
He looks tired.
He looks, if nothing else, that's it, right? He looks exhausted as he is completely emptied the gas tank tonight. And it has required, excellent execution in these long multi-play drives for Westlake.
Well, what is this formation?
Under center?
Mountain Ridge bringing pressure, and boy, that might be short. That was timed so well by those backers of Mountain Ridge, including Cutler Whitaker. And yeah, no gain. It'll be 4th and 1.
Takes down. Looks like no gain on the play, bringing up a 4th down.
Wow.
And very short for the Thunder.
Well, at Boston Fountain, he just looks tired. He needs a break. He has played so well tonight, and you could see him. I don't know if there's a nagging injury, if the wind was knocked out of him, but number 3, he's leaving it all out on the field tonight.
Back to empty on 4th and 1. Fountain over the middle, incomplete, and the Mountain Ridge defense gets the stop they so badly needed as Fountain here still on the ground.
The pressure got home quick. It was Jackson Brown in the backfield, and Fountain, he's still down.
And they're going to come out and have a look. Not what you want to see if you're a Westlake fan. We've talked about he has looked tired, but it could just be nagging injury, Jeff. You made that point, what it could be, and he was kind of slow to get up after that 3rd down. And then, after that throw, still down. We'll step aside here, take a break. Mountain Ridge set to take over on offense when we come back. Welcome back. Boston Fountain was able to get up, walk off under his own power. Certainly hope he's okay. I mean, we talk about this Westlake team, the year they've had, playoffs right around the corner. You want to be healthy, especially for, a senior. Man, he has shouldered a big load tonight, but now an opportunity for Mountain Ridge to get that lead back. 3:40 to go here, 3rd quarter. As Hunt, little throwback screen is knocked out of the air. That's by the big freshman.
Fale Papalongi with the big play. He read that screen really well. Man, he's made big play after big play tonight. He's an impressive freshman.
Yes, he is. They don't list heights or weights on their roster. He's tall and he's big.
And I think that's the official listing.
Official listing right there. 99, tall and big. 2nd down. They'll run it. Ofisa, he's powering through, taking it up to the 30-yard line, but a flag on the field.
It's
Ofisa here a little
area.
slow getting up.
No.
On the field and a penalty.
And he's in some pain.
Another one of the seniors here on Mountain Ridge as they'll come out and have a look at Zach Ofisa. We'll take an injury timeout. Be back.
Called on the Sentinels.
So Ofisa was able to get back up, kind of jog near the sideline. Good sight for Mountain Ridge fans. They did call a holding penalty, so that play negated due to penalty, and now we'll back the Sentinels up for 2nd and 17. It's inside their own 10. Hunt looking for a man. Boy, that's a tight window. Trying to get it back to Dumas, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, and Lincoln Lee got his hands on it. That would have been the interception of a year if he was able to haul that in. But anytime a defensive back gets their hands on the ball and they don't come up with it, they're going to feel like they should have had an interception. Would have been a huge play.
We kind of slid this in as we were talking about both quarterbacks, but both these two quarterbacks do a great job taking care of the football. Only 6 interceptions for Hunt coming into the game, only 2 for Fontaine. And they've done a good job of that again here tonight. 3rd down, and that is DeYoung. 1st down for Mountain Ridge. How about that? Go back to Old Reliable to move the sticks.
My goodness, when you need a big play, look to Titan. Holy cow. His ability to get downfield and up to his speed quickly after that catch.
1st down, Cunningham in motion. Little play action. Hunt will just throw this away. Nearest receiver was Renteria.
And Cooper White in on the pressure, along with Lincoln Lee. Westlake had that play read.
Staying in 5 wide here. Boy, missed opportunity there. Westlake had a couple players near jumping. Of course, if you break the neutral zone, it's a flag either way. It's dead ball. As the throw here to DeYoung on 2nd down will gain about 5, maybe 6.
And an important play on 2nd and 10. Now brings up 3rd and very manageable, and the entire playbook is available. Dane, it's starting to feel like playoff football weather.
Yes, it is.
It's getting a little cold.
I had to layer up today before the game, and of course bring plenty of layers with me.
I didn't quite get there. I thought maybe we got one more week.
Nope. We do not. Hunt on 3rd down. Able to get it over to Twilley, who makes another important reception for the 1st down.
Takes it to the 48-yard line, and that's going to
I feel like I've heard that kind of response from my dad when I wrecked a car in high school. It's like, well, Dad, I thought he was going to stop. Nope. You're right, he didn't.
People make fun of me for wearing layers, but I'm like, look, I'd rather be warm than cold. So.
I'm with you. I am full of regret.
How about Twilley? He's had maybe 5, 6 catches tonight.
When he's been involved, this Mountain Ridge offense has done good things.
Looking for DeYoung, incomplete. And we've got a flag near side, maybe a hold here.
I think so. Well, I think defensive holding or pass interference, depending on when that ball was thrown. There was a lot of contact on DeYoung here down the sideline.
I was going to say we have not had a lot of penalties called on Westlake tonight. It will be a defensive holding.
Holding called on the defense.
Yeah, just a lot of contact. Fairbanks and DeYoung. Look, DeYoung is as tough of a cover as there is here in the state of Utah. So Fairbanks has had a really tough assignment, and better a hold than a touchdown.
So another TJ Olson 1st down here for the Sentinels as DeYoung in motion there. They'll stay on the ground. Ofisa, he's starting to get some chunk runs going. This one for 8.
Yeah, the way that this Mountain Ridge offense is spread out and with the effectiveness of the passing game, there's some wide open running lanes. They haven't gone to it repeatedly, but when they have gone to it, it's been there, and Ofisa and Gates and company have had some big plays.
Yeah, Gates back on here for this 2nd down as bunch formation, little flea flicker, covered well, and Hunt going to have to step up. looking up that left lane. He's got a first down as he'll run out of bounds inside the 25, but great discipline by that Westlake defense. They stayed right with those receivers, didn't bite on any of the play action.
Yeah, and a great job by Jackson Hunt to recognize quickly that, hey, that play's not going to be there. He tucks it, moves the chains. Really, that was made possible by Titan DeYoung. He had a huge pickup in pass protection as Fali Papalangi was barreling down on the quarterback.
First down, just outside the red zone. That one deflected, nearly intercepted. Boy, Afubai nearly had a chance at a game-changing play.
Would have been a huge game-changing play. Jackson Hunt and the Mountain Ridge offense fortunate on that one, but that was able to just slip through the hands of Afubai.
Second down. Looking, and that is incomplete. Was trying to find DeYoung. Nope, excuse me. Is that
Cunningham, I believe.
Oh, it was Cunningham. Yeah, good call, Jeff.
Yeah, just unable to. That ball needed about 1 yard of additional air. Cunningham almost made a great play.
So now 3rd and 10. Missed a field goal earlier tonight. Have to wonder from what distance they'd be comfortable in on this cold evening. A little bit of a breeze down on the field. Hunt looking for the wheel there from DeYoung, or for Ofisa, was just behind him, incomplete, and now it's that 4th down, decision time.
It is decision time, and it looks like the kicking team is coming on, and this, I think, is already going better than the first field goal attempt.
Certainly more time.
Yeah,
right? The last one was awfully rushed.
Yep, Robinson's going to have his time to get set, get lined up.
Needs his holder.
But he does need a holder out there.
So 15 seconds on the play clock here. This will be a 41-yard attempt for Robinson. This kick is blocked and nearly returned. Westlake able to jump on it. And the Thunder, special teams play here, keeping us even at 28.
Now, and the snap was high. Holder did a good job of corralling that snap and getting it down, but just kind of threw off the timing. Kick comes in a little bit low, and Westlake, they were going all-out block. There were 4 or 5 guys that you could attribute that block to.
I'll tell you, there are a lot of little things going the way of Westlake in this game.
There
right?
are.
Talking about a missed field goal, you've got a blocked field goal. There have been touchdowns come off the board. There have been penalties. A lot of things that have just allowed them to hang around, and they've taken advantage of those, and now they've got a chance here with the ball to potentially retake the lead.
Now the story of this last minute in the 4th quarter is the health of Boston Fountain. There's some movement there.
Yeah. And some sarcastic cheers. So back Westlake up.
Ball start. Called on the Thunder. That'll back them up 5 yards. That'll be 1st and 15 for Westlake.
So 1st and 15 here. Fountain going to take a shot, looking for Sua, just overthrew him. Did not miss that by much.
Sloan Sua.
We got a Mountain Ridge player down who was in coverage.
I think he's just got his wind knocked out from coaches there.
I would think so. That's what it looked like. He kind of came down and maybe got kicked.
Or maybe cramps. One of the two.
Whatever it is, it doesn't feel good.
No. He's still kind of right on the edge of the field of play, so they're just going to stop this one here as they try to get that taken care of. Of course, want to remind you that Method Heating and Air has been trusted in Utah for over 20 years. Heating, cooling, and comfort you can count on. That's Method Heating and Air. Proud sponsor of Mountain Ridge football here on the Rewind Sports Network. As Jeff mentioned before, come join us Saturday morning, 10 a.m. on KSLSports.com. We'll have our live bracket reveal show as we'll unveil the 6A state bracket. And Jeff, this is 5 and 8 coming into week 10. Be interesting to see how brackets may change. Things may be updated based off of results from this week, including this one.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of eyes on this game, and it's an important one as you look at that 8 seed, that 9 seed. I think everybody's expecting Corner. They've been the number 1 team in the RPI for the last several weeks. It's expected they will be again tomorrow. So if you're that 8-9 seed, you potentially have a second-round matchup against Corner, and I think everybody, if they could, would like to avoid that. So a lot of eyes on this game because this could have pretty big impact.
2nd and 15 here. Freeman was able to get up and walk off. Been a good corner tonight. As this throw brought down and then makes men miss. Sika, wow.
Man, he had to show off the hops, the strong hands, the physicality after the catch. You saw a little bit of everything. Gain of 7 on the play for Sika, but he put that was a highlight play. That's a coach's dream. I mean, you saw everything from your wide receiver.
3rd and 7 here for Westlake. They don't have to snap this if they don't want to. Fontaine surveying. Seconds ticking away here, and looks like he may be comfortable to take it to the 4th, and that's the case. So we'll head to the 4th quarter. We're tied up still. Westlake, Mountain Ridge in this Region 2 battle.
We have got a ball game here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, I'm Austin Strong, CEO of Tab Bank. As a former high school athlete in the state of Utah, I recognize how big of a role high school sports can play in developing student athletes' lives, even outside of the sports they play. For me, high school sports taught me how to work as a team, how to lead through adversity, how to share success, and how to face all challenges. While I didn't become a professional athlete, it was these skills that gave me a head start in life after my high school career was over. That's why Tab Bank is proud to sponsor KSL Sports Rewind's mission to highlight and promote student athletes and the communities in which they play. As a proud Bonneville Laker, I know the importance of the role a community plays in the success of a team, and I wanted to create a banking environment that gave our customers that Friday Night Lights feeling of community and togetherness. Our goal is to provide you a premium banking experience that will help aid you to accomplish any goal that you have in your life. We believe that whether you are a heavy favorite or the battle-tested underdog, Tab Bank can provide you a winning game plan for any of your financial needs.
Welcome back. Start of our 4th quarter. 28 apiece. Dane Stewart, Jeff Hansen with you. 3rd down for the Thunder. Has a man. Pierce once again. 1st down and more as he's tackled at the 42-yard line. And Kyle Pierce, man. Second half to remember for Westlake.
Fontaine made a quick hand signal. Looked like Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams back in the day. Looked and read something on that defense. Made a quick hand gesture to Pierce before that play, before the ball was snapped, and there they go.
Most of my hand gestures don't get interpreted that way. It works well for them. Fontaine running out of time and brought down. The pressure of Cutler Whitaker able to get home for his first sack of the night.
The senior Cutler Whitaker with the big sack, his 3rd sack of the season, and I think that's the first sack as a team tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Fontaine has been so elusive all night long, but Cutler Whitaker came from that blind side, and he was able to get home. That's a huge play.
It backs him up now. 2nd and 16. Both teams with all their timeouts left here. Mountain Ridge bringing pressure again. Fontaine, he's got some turf in front of him, tucking it, and going to be brought down at the 37, but he'll gain all of that loss back and then some.
And it's good to see from Fontaine. He was slow to get up and obviously stayed down after contact on that last drive. Here's the first contact after the run, and he's able to bounce back up quickly, get back into the huddle. That's a good sign for Westlake fans.
Yeah. Our apologies, little clock issue for you. We'll get that remedied for you. The clock is running here. Mountain Ridge showing pressure again from the edge. Fountain gonna go down again. This time it's Uluwave coming from that backside.
My goodness, Cole Uluwave with the closing speed. Mountain Ridge shows pressure from a couple of different spots, and it ends up being Uluwave who comes, and there is nobody picking him up. And if you leave number 6 unblocked, he is going to get home. That's a huge sack on third down for Uluwave. That's going to force the punt team on. And a minor story here, but with that injury to Leosa earlier, he's been back as an offensive lineman. He's not here as the punter.
Well, and the other thing is, Fountain did not jog off on that as a flag here on the backfield. This is going to be a delay of game. But, Fountain, we were kind of wondering if he might be hurt from that previous drive. It didn't look like he had that same burst, right?
No.
Earlier in the game, he's running away from that edge. This time, not able to get outside twice on that drive, and then was walking off the field there. So, something to keep an eye on. See if Mountain Ridge continues to bring more pressure there. Well, he may not have the athleticism he did earlier. This one bobbled, able to be picked up, and the kick is away. Good punt here. And that is caught inside the 10 at about the 7. Not rare you see a gunner go down and just catch it.
That's a heck of a punt.
It's a great punt by the backup punter.
The backup punter, the snap is bobbled. Got to stay composed. That's where are we at here? The 8-yard line?
The 8, yep. So 92 yards here for Mountain Ridge. Tied up. And this is one where, boys, this game continues on. Neither of these two teams have really had a lot of close games. And Riverton and Westlake was a 3-point game. That was their closest of the year and the closest since week 3 against Bingham. Meanwhile, for Mountain Ridge, their closest game of the year was that 9-7 one back in week 2, and the closest one since then was Harriman at 24-8. So both these teams very familiar with having comfortable wins, and obviously I'm a big fan of being tested, especially right before the playoffs. So I figure this will give both teams a good opportunity to kind of get themselves ready for what's ahead.
Yeah, I think it's exactly what you need. You expect playoff games to be close. If you're going to make a run, you're going to be in some tight games, need some heroics. And here we are inside of 9 minutes left in the game in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie ball game. This is good experience for both teams.
Second down. Hunt with the quick throw. DeYoung trying to get back to the sticks, and he's going to be just a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Titan DeYoung, man, took 4 Westlake Thunder, and I think he did get it on the second effort.
I thought they had him short on that far side.
I thought they marked him short initially. It looked like he got there to me.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But I was with you. I thought they marked him short, but second effort, good enough to move the chains.
Yeah. Hunt over the middle, incomplete. Was trying to get it to Dumas and just couldn't haul it in.
Man, you don't see that very often from Graydon Dumas. He's been such a reliable target tonight. He's been a reliable target all season long. He'll wish he could have that one back.
Yeah, the 2 touchdown receptions in the opening quarter for Graydon. Bring up a 2nd and 10 here. Trips to the bottom of the formation. Designed run. Hunt gets a block from Ofisa and gets hit pretty good by Afuvai, the leading tackler for Westlake.
And we haven't talked about Drayson Afuvai very much tonight. But, man, I mean, he's all over the field. He is the captain of this Westlake defense. Comes up with a big play.
Big 3rd down here for the Sentinels. They've got to get to the 28-yard line. As Hunt looking near side. Been a lot of one-on-one coverage for Mountain Ridge. They just haven't been able to take advantage of that. Throwing for Cunningham. 1st down and more. There it is. Nice little concept near side as Cunningham able to cut in and make the reception.
What a gutsy throw by Jackson Hunt. The pressure got through the offensive line, and Hunt knew he was going to get popped on that play, and he delivers a dime downfield to Cohen Cunningham.
And Cunningham, boy, that's one where it's like you trust him getting the right spot. He does, as Ofisa here on the run will pick up about 3 yards, maybe 4. But that talks about that's a great display of the chemistry those two have had all year long, the trust, and then Cunningham, the senior, able to go up and get it.
Yeah, I mean, look, with Cohen Cunningham, he's been so reliable. He's had so many highlight plays and highlight nights. Yeah, you're going to trust number 4 to go make a play.
Important for Mountain Ridge here as well because you go from punting deep in your own end. Now you're approaching midfield. Even if this drive doesn't turn out, Westlake's going to have a long field, but of course you'd love to get points here. Probably take some more clock off as well as Hunt throws out near side. Nice elusivity as Cunningham again. I love that he just finishes every play.
He never gets tackled. He maybe goes out of bounds. You maybe stop forward progress. The number 4 is rarely on the ground.
Another first down here. Brought to you by TJ Olson Insurance. Is across midfield.
And an in-drive adjustment. I think Cooper White has been coming off the edge and beating his guy a lot.
Giving underneath. That's great. And Dumas able to pick up a couple.
And you could see it there that the aggressive nature of Cooper White. Nick Robbins, the coach, that's where these plays are going. Try to make Cooper White slow down by forcing him to make a decision. I think you're going to see that running back stay in and chip a little bit in pass protection as well. Number 20's been a menace off the edge.
I think they got this ball with like 9 minutes left, didn't they?
Yeah, this has been an impressive drive so far.
Yeah, that clock continuing to run here. On this second down, Hunt looking over the middle, dangerous, and it's caught by Cunningham. Boy, that had interception written all over it, and Cohen Cunningham stuck with it and brought it in.
Man, we talk about all of the little things that have bounced Westlake's way tonight. That feels like the first bounce that has gone the way of Mountain Ridge, and Cohen Cunningham is there to take advantage.
I think it was Gagan that had the opportunity and couldn't bring it in.
And a good throw by Hunt. It's nearly picked off, but again, number 20 was there on the pressure, and Hunt had to get rid of it quick.
First down run for Ofisa. Trying that left side. Able to pick up 7 yards here.
With a gain of 7. Takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's going to be second down and 3 for the Sentinels.
And just like that, Jeff, we're almost at the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, this has been, for all the pace and tempo that Mountain Ridge has played with tonight, this has been a time-consuming drive. And they're in no hurry now.
Nope.
DeYoung and one-on-one coverage up top.
Boy, everyone near the line of scrimmage here. Maybe try something to the end zone.
I look at that number 1 up top. Man, trust him to go make a play.
They'll run it. Ofisa, just brought down inside the 10. He picks up the first, but he was one shoelace away from running it in.
He saw end zone. You could see his eyes light up from here. Just tripped up. Westlake going to take a much-needed timeout. Look from a clock perspective and from a composure perspective. Yeah.
Timeout Westlake. Mountain Ridge looking to retake the lead here. We got 4 to go in your Region 2 championship. First and goal for Mountain Ridge on a drive that started back at their 8-yard line. It's taken over 5 minutes of game time. Trying to pay it off with 6. They'll run. Ofisa, not much room there. He'll get maybe a yard.
No gain on the carry.
And Apolosi Tuivai there on the stop. Had his big arms around Ofisa. He tried to spin out of that tackle, but number 90 was there.
Not the worst thing, because again, that clock continues to move here. But you do want to make sure you finish up in the end zone. Loaded to the top of the screen here. Play clock down to 5. Little option. They'll pitch. Ofisa inside the 5 to the 2. Not a bad little play there.
I love the clock management from Jackson Hunt. Just a junior quarterback, easy to forget, but when you play with so much tempo all the time, sometimes it's difficult to be disciplined enough to let that play clock go down and to let this clock bleed out. Jackson Hunt is doing a great job. We're now at 2.5 minutes left. This has been a nearly 7-minute drive so far.
Third and goal. They might take their first time out here. And that'll be the case. 2:20 left and a timeout taken here by Mountain Ridge. Third and goal, looking for the lead late. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Third and goal from the 2. Jeff, what are you thinking here?
I'm looking at Ofisa, that 220-pound back. It's cold tonight, and he's had success on the ground.
Just call him an OC, folks. Ofisa stretches in, and he's in. Touchdown, Mountain Ridge.
And that ball came out late, but remember, folks, just got to break the play into the end zone. And I believe Ofisa did that. The refs were quick to signal touchdown. Look at me and the cannon. If that's the last one, I got the last laugh tonight.
So it is a 7-minute drive that goes 92 yards, capped off with Ofisa for his second rushing touchdown of the night. And the point after is up, is good. Whistles here, though.
And the kick is up.
Okay.
And it is good.
We're all good. 35-28, Mountain Ridge taking the lead late. Does Boston Fountain have a little magic in him on the road?
And he's going to have to dig deep. I mean,
yeah.
We talked about it. I don't know, 5 minutes left in the third quarter. It looked like he was running out of gas. I mean, he has played so hard and had to make so many big plays. You could see the exhaustion sinking in. Does he have 2 minutes and 13 seconds left to get his team down the field one more time? The way he's played tonight, I'll believe that he's capable of anything. He's been phenomenal for the Thunder.
Well, this is one where, we made mention of it a little bit earlier. You've got a cheat code over there in Malik Sika. And so if you've got a quarterback who maybe isn't quite healthy, can you find some ways to get him the football early?
That would help.
Let him go to work.
Yeah.
It feels like we haven't really seen Sika with many receptions in this second half as this kickoff into the end zone for the touchback.
And the Robeson kick goes into the end zone. It's going to be touchback
So I believe Westlake, 2 timeouts left, 2 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock here inside the stadium. Boston Fountain is going to have to find some magic to go 80 yards downfield.
So first down, starting at their 20. Fountain was looking for Sua. It was covered. Now it's going to go for Simon. That's caught at the 45.
My goodness, the patience in the pocket for Fountain. And really the performance of that offensive line, they gave him all day, and he found Sua downfield. They're quick onto the ball.
Fountain stepping up. Will go down here. That clock running. They do have 2 timeouts left.
And number 99,
Well, we asked Dan, does he have any gas left in the tank through 2 plays? This looks like the Boston Fountain we were able to see in the first half. He's elusive. He's quick.
Fountain coming near side. Gets it away. That'll be incomplete, stopping the clock inside of 90 seconds left.
And Siosi Mamao on the pressure from his defensive line spot. Boston Fountain able to outrun him just enough. Now it's a huge 3rd down and 7 here. Obviously 4-down territory, but you would love to, if nothing else, make this fourth and easy.
Looking for what I think would be their first, well, it is their first region title, trying to make it outright. This Mountain Ridge defense, 86 seconds away as whistles here. Going to take a timeout with the clock already stopped. Begin such a pivotal play on a 3rd and 7. You want to make sure you get it right.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It is the right call to make a timeout there. If you see something in that defense that the play call you have in isn't going to work, you've got to take it. That's a tough pill to swallow with 1:22 left to play.
Jeff, great game tonight. What have you learned about these 2 teams?
Well, we've seen box scores, and we've watched, Boston Fountain in highlights as the season has gone along. I've been impressed with him, his poise and his grit and just the heart that he has played with tonight. He's left it all on the field. And then on the flip side, the control and the patience from Jackson Hunt. These 2 quarterbacks have been impressive in highlights. They've been impressive as we've been able to see them in bits and pieces this year. But being able to take it in person, these are 2 excellent quarterbacks on display tonight.
3rd and 7. Fountain over the middle, caught. First down and more as Malik Sika, there he is, folks, moves it to the 40-yard line.
Now you said it. He's a cheat code. 3rd and 7, you need a play. Find 13 and give him a shot.
And now we've got a Westlake player down. Is that Malik?
I believe it is. He took a big hit, and he got hit right in the hip, and he was down and then tried to get back up, but came back down.
Injury timeout. We'll step aside, be back. Westlake will have it first down after this. Malik Sika able to walk off the field. Good to see. One of the things that I love about this Westlake team, got a couple multi-sport athletes. Sloan Sua, Malik Sika, both basketball players, make an impact for football. But they'll have to do it without Sika here on this first down, as he has to come off for the play here. 1 minute to go in regulation. Pressure up the middle, picked up. Fontaine now rolling out. Looking down the field, overthrown and nearly intercepted. But incomplete. There were a couple of Sentinels there, but ran into each other as Westlake will have another down.
Just had too many guys that saw an opportunity to end this game and cement the solo region championship. They all went up for the pick. You know, this isn't like baseball. It's tough to call it. You don't practice it like that. I got it. Big break again for Westlake.
Still alive. Sika back on the field on this second down play. Fontaine, incomplete. Tough throw there. Had Sua coming over the middle, but that's against the grain. And
yeah, really tough. I'm watching some conversation here between Fontaine and Jackson Brown. But yeah, tough throw for Fontaine against his body. The pressure barreling down on him with Jackson Brown. And then a defender right on the hip pocket of his receiver. Frankly, I think probably lucky that was an incompletion. That's a tough one.
3rd and 10.
On your feet.
Fontaine rolling out to the left. And that one was knocked down. Was that Jackson Brown who got a hand on it? Yes, it was.
Big number 99. His motor never stops.
You mentioned they were chatting after that last play, and they meet up again.
Yeah. I mean, look, Jackson Brown, he gets to know a lot of quarterbacks, and he's got to know Boston Fontaine tonight. And for the most part, Boston's been able to evade the pressure and get out of those sacks. But here, inside a minute left to play, it's Jackson Brown and the Mount Ridge defensive line coming up with the big stops and the big plays.
4th and 10 for Westlake. Ball game here on the line. Fontaine stepping up, and he's brought down. It's Jackson Brown again, able to trip him up as Mountain Ridge. Brown's going to be flagged for that. He gave a wave to the Westlake bench, and the far side official saw it, threw it. This is dead ball, so I don't think it will affect possession. Well, I think it'll still be Mountain Ridge possession, but wow.
Mountain Ridge, the Westlake offense staying on the field. Now they finally concede. Look, it's a game. It's a region championship clinching play. That's a flag that a head coach can live with.
I don't think so. I don't think Coach Robbins is going to like. It's one of those where it's like, I mean, we saw it at the end of the first half, Jeff, right? Like, you think you're coming off the field, there's an unsportsmanlike, and next thing you know, they're scoring a touchdown, right? It's one where, hey, I get it. I get the emotion, the excitement, but it's like.
I hear you.
But
Coach is absolutely going to bring it up.
I would also argue, come on.
Yeah.
Not like.
That's my take. I think no head coach is going to let it slide.
I'm sure by the rule book that is, but I'm like.
Yeah, I'm like, know the moment. That's anyway, a game-winning play.
It's a game-winning play.
Jackson Brown, man, he stepped up huge on that drive.
Yeah, I mean, 3 plays, right? Where he's impacting. Boom, 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 and it's the senior Jackson Brown helping this defense get the stop. As one timeout left for Westlake, I wouldn't imagine they would take it as victory formation, and that will do it. The Mountain Ridge Sentinels got tested in Week 10, but they stood up to it, overcame the challenge, and they are the Region 2 champs with a 35-28 win over Westlake. Jeff, your thoughts?
A lot of heart from this Westlake team. The fight from the Thunder was impressive. But ultimately, Mountain Ridge, they come up with big plays down the stretch. And they do just enough. I'm super impressed. There's a lot of helmet sticker-worthy performances to go around. I'm going to give it to big number 99. The way that he steps up and makes those plays down that final stretch, it was the plays that hadn't been made all year long, or all night long. Boston Fountain had been able to avoid pressure, been able to step out of sacks and make big plays downfield. Jackson Brown made sure that didn't happen on that final drive and helped seal that win for the Sentinels.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. Isn't that the saying?
That's it.
And it was the senior on senior night. Jackson Brown with 2 sacks and a deflection to really stymie that last drive and secure it for Mountain Ridge. Super impressed by both these two teams tonight. They'll both qualify for the 6A state playoffs. They'll both be tough outs in the 6A state playoffs. And want to invite all of you to come join us at 10 a.m. Saturday morning for our live bracket reveal on KSLSports.com as the Mountain Ridge Sentinels finish off region play. Perfect. 6-0, your region champs. The longest winning streak now in program history, 7-game win streak, and 8 wins for the first time since 21. Congratulations to the Sentinels as they defeat Westlake 35-28 here at Mountain Ridge High School. For Tino Psyche, Jeff Hansen, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you for joining us for KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week and Mountain Ridge Football, brought to you by TJ Olson Insurance.